I think so. We'll see. All right, everybody. Welcome to the first official It Lurks Below stream. We'll see how this goes. Usually when I'm streaming, I've got my wife does all the streaming stuff, so she knows how to work this much better than I do. So she's been asleep, she's been napping. So I hope that she wakes up and she can help me if things start to go poorly. But I'm excited to bring this to you. This is something I've been working on for a little while now. Actually, I left Gazillion about 2 years ago, and I was working on Marvel Heroes, as I am sure many people know. And after I left, I kind of, what am I going to do? I'm not quite sure. And I started on a couple different projects and started and stopped and thought about doing a mobile game and worked on that for 6 months and realized I wasn't going to make any money and all sorts of stuff. And then eventually I kind of came back to this concept that I had been working on and thinking about for a long time, and I got super excited about it. And that was December of last year, so a little over a year ago, about a year and 2 months ago, I started working on this. And I decided to do this project all by myself. So all of the art, all of the music, all the programming, all of it, all of the game has been done by myself. And so that's. Please bear with me. There may be bugs. It is a beta. That's to be expected or whatever. But we're getting pretty close to being, in theory, done with the game. There's a lot of great suggestions and feedback I've already received today. People have been streaming and I've been watching, and there's all sorts of little things I'm going to be fixing and putting in. But so let's get started. Let's show you. We got a lot to get through, and it's going to take me a few days probably to actually get through all of the game. So let's give. All right. So I have a few characters here that I've already created. I've been testing. I've been playing myself. I've got a level 23 cleric, and this is my daughter's character. She will not be happy if I delete that. So we're going to start with a new look. So there's lots of different looks that you can go with. There's many different things that you can. Many different ways that you can go about looking. You got some of my favorite are the Princess Leia hair. I like the head of this one, which is it's got a little blind eye. See, one of the reasons I like the blind eye, I have one blind eye. I don't see in 3D. I only see in 2D. I've been blind since birth. So anyway, it kind of is a little shout out to myself, maybe perhaps. Hello.
Oh my God,
Hello, Voiceless Wonder.
I didn't realize that you were going to have the camera pointing this way.
I know, it's weird. It's because we usually don't. You can see my ukuleles and stuff back in the back there. So it's usually pointed the other direction when we stream. When we stream on my wife's channel, I'm in the background and she's in the foreground. Tonight, she's not here even. So, but anyway, she'll be here in chat and whatnot.
I'm not here even?
Yeah, I mean, you're not here in camera.
Oh, okay.
You're here in person, but you're not here on camera.
I don't know if they can even hear me.
Anyway, I hope that everybody can hear me and etc. I think everything seems fine.
Oh, look, everybody's saying hi.
Yes.
Oh,
Let's
hi,
go with.
everybody.
I'm gonna go with white hair, the blind eye. Let's go with. Let's get some. Let's look at our. Yeah.
You can't play Bard.
I can't play Bard.
Literally everybody picked Bard.
Literally everybody.
Literally
So,
everybody
okay.
picked Bard. So
All right.
go Wizard.
Wizard. Okay, I'll go wizard.
I didn't see any wizards, and
I saw a wizard. I saw one person playing wizard.
it has the best skill in the game.
It has the best skill in the game. That's true.
And nobody picked it. I was like, what?
I picked cleric. Says Druid's Fire.
Cleric's good too.
Ping Pong says that he went wizard. Okay, anyway, right now there are 4 character classes. There's Bard, Cleric, Rogue, Wizard. There are 4 other character classes I've been thinking about. I'm probably going to add them all. And Necromancer, of course, and the other character classes I've been thinking about. One's called an Enchanter. I'm not exactly sure how to make it happen yet. Oh, thank you. That's very nice for the raid. There we go. Very nice. Thank you, everybody.
Raid?
Yeah, a little Bawana raid is happening. Thank you, Bawana, for that. Party of 56 have just invaded. Anyway, so necromancer. I've got a druid in mind. So there's a bunch of classes that I've been thinking about, and so I'm sure I'll add them eventually. Even if I might even add them post-launch, etc. So that's what's that? And ninja. My JQ's been really fighting for the ninja class. We've thought of all sorts of really great ideas, but I'm kind of partial to not ninja because ninja for me is not in
Tell them why.
because I have kind of traditional D&D classes, and ninja doesn't really fit into the traditional D&D classes, but it's really cool. So I'm not really sure where to go with it. And I already have rogue, which is, I guess, a little different than assassin.
Totally different. Oh, it could be assassin.
Could be assassin. Anyway, we're going to go with wizard tonight. So we're going to start off and go with Cable as our name. We're going to play the normal version. There are 3 different versions of the game. There's a creative version. This is a easier version of the game. A lot of the recipes are free, and the ones that you use often are free, and the game's a little bit easier and stuff. It doesn't have some of the features of the normal game or hardcore. So creative is a great way to kind of explore the game, get used to it, and kind of build yourself up, as well as if you just want to sit around and, like, you know, put blocks in the world and make buildings and things like that, creative is a great mode for you. Normal version of the game, and then hardcore is exactly like my other hardcore stuff, which is that when you die, it's over. So you get 1 life, and the game is brutally hard. So I would not recommend starting with hardcore. At least kind of get a couple normals under your belt before you get anywhere, because it is quite difficult. So here we go. We've spawned into the world, and the very first thing that happens is you get a quest here to kind of start yourself off on getting some crafting going and some wand making. I'm calling them wands, but in essence, they're basically guns. And so let's see what we got here. We got a crafting panel up here at the top. We've got kind of the quest stuff over in the upper right, and we got a little hot bar, or whatever you want to call it, this main activated bar at the bottom. All of your stats up here in the upper left. There's kind of, you know, movement is ASDW and space bar. We're gonna pick up some of these sticks here. We need 2 sticks. Yes.
You should turn your sound down.
I did turn. Oh yeah, I should turn down the sound here. Yeah, maybe I'll just turn it off. I will turn it off without, you know, we don't want an echo. So
I'm checking the stream to see what the sound is like.
Okay, I checked it earlier. I mean, I did a little recording and it seemed okay, but I may be blowing everybody out. So I'm not quite sure. Anyway, it's a very much a survival game. So there's different components to it, in that there's a survival aspect, in that you've got to gather food and you got to sleep and you got to try and survive, as well as there's the kind of traditional Diablo-ness of going down in the dungeon and fighting monsters and gaining new equipment and all of these kind of things. And the first part of the game is kind of setting up your base and getting your town going. One of the things that you do in the game is that you craft kind of not only your base, but you craft buildings, and you place buildings all in the town. And there's different vendors that sell different things, from different types of seeds to a bank to something I'm calling a time and space portal, which respawns and regenerates the world, to a hat vendor, all sorts of things. So lots of different vendors that you can kind of choose from. So I've got my quest right now. There's a few different things I have to do. I have to gather some food and eat it, which I'm going to do right now. It's simply by right-clicking on it. You can also gather seeds. Yes.
Somebody's asking if the art is done in-house. Have you talked about how...
Yeah, the art is done in-house, and that it is all done by me. I've done, again, every single part of this game. I've done the music, the programming, the design, the art, everything. This has all been a labor of love over the past year and 2 months. So that's it is very much it is my game. It's all been me. I mean, it hasn't been all me in terms of design. I mean, my wife has given me lots of great feedback. Jungle Queen, she's off camera here, but anyway,
I'm here.
She's here.
I'm checking chat.
And And so I get a lot of good feedback from the community. There's been people that have been helping me all along. I've got some PR help and a few things like that. But the game itself, I'm the final decision maker when it comes to actually any kind of design decisions, and as well as I'm doing all the art and whatnot. Actually, my daughter, who is now in high school, she wants to be an artist in the video game industry. She says. Which I didn't have any influence on this. This is a kind of a new thing out of the blue, but she's done a few little drawings for it, a few little items and whatnot, but mostly
can you
ours.
Spawn those?
No, I can't. I mean, I could if I eventually get there, but I can't just automatically make them.
You have cheats turned off, right?
Yes, I do. Okay, let me rest. So one of the things you can do is you have to eat and keep up your hunger. Your hunger is up here in the upper left. You can see I've got 73% food, 88% rest. So you can take a nap, and time passes really fast while you are sleeping. It's like 4 times faster, and everything kind of moves around 4 times faster while you're sleeping. And so that kind of teaches you one of the mechanics that you need to know. One of the things I think that I've noticed from people early in the streams and whatnot is they're just not prepared for the survival aspect of this.
None.
They are not prepared for how much food and survivability that exists, and they really need to focus on making sure that they are supplied with food for a while. And so you can take your food and you can make seeds out of it, and then with this hoe you can plant new things. I'm not going to do that quite yet. We're going to go and we're going to start making a pickaxe and whatnot. So why don't we go to see if there are any questions that people want to ask while I kind of gather up some
People are
some
wondering
stuff
about
to.
getting in the beta. You're just talking.
All right. So I've just been talking almost nonstop. So
David,
I'll take a small break here.
Just so you guys know, David could talk.
Oh, I could talk all night. I could
night.
talk endlessly, without interruption. This could just happen. All right, we've made a pickaxe, which is we're on the right track here.
Somebody's wondering about the psionic class.
Ooh, a psionics.
In the
Wow,
game.
yeah, Diane. Yeah, exactly. That was a
long
great
time.
throwback. There's no psionics class, but that's pretty interesting actually. So maybe I'll think about that a little bit.
That my idea with the thing could work for psionics.
Yeah.
For the ninja.
Yeah, maybe. So one of the things that people are going to ask a lot about is the beta, and the beta right now is closed. I'm not really taking any more people. I've got more feedback and bugs that I can deal with than I can deal with. So for right now, it is still closed. I won't be giving out keys tonight or anything like that. So I'm sorry if that disappoints everybody, but I just wanted them to kind of enjoy and come in and see the stream and whatnot. So no beta access tonight. If things go well, there's going to be really lots of opportunity for new stuff in the future, new betas and whatnot. So the betas are coming, and they'll be kind of a more openish beta and things like that. So those and kind of follow me on Twitter if you want more information about that. I'll be posting anything. So it is nighttime, and the monsters have started to spawn. And what game would I make that it is complete without a bunch of different monsters kind of coming at you? So that is right in my wheelhouse, right in my bailiwick, and we're going to be fighting monsters.
You walked over the thing and didn't talk about people want to know about the goop, the corruption.
Yeah, that's a mystery, isn't it?
What is the corruption?
What is the
David?
corruption? What does that mean? What is going on?
Uh-huh.
What is happening?
Multiplayer.
There is no multiplayer at this time. I would love to have multiplayer, but because it is just me by myself, a multiplayer project literally adds, and I'm not exaggerating, almost doubles the time. So right now it is focused on single player. If the game is successful enough, I'm going to add multiplayer. But I'm just trying to actually finish a product before I get really fancy with the features, especially since it's just me.
Confirms that you're wearing pants.
I am currently wearing pants. I know that I don't wear pants very often on Joan Queen's stream, but I am wearing pants today. I'm being very professional. Very professional.
Choose the first testers?
A lot of people we knew and whatnot, so just kind of a close community thing, and people that have been following us and talking to us about it for a while, mainly.
Mr. Stocky Johnson, does this mean it's not available on Tamagotchi keychains?
Yeah. Yes, it is not available for Tamagotchi keychains or
Except Mr.
Linux
Stocky
toasters
Johnson.
or whatever.
Only Stocky Johnson, sorry. Sorry, everybody.
Anyway, let's timber some trees here. It does get dark. There's a day-night cycle, so it may be hard to see right now.
Multiplayer is not planned for release currently, since David is working on this game all by himself. He doesn't really have the manpower.
Right.
The manpower. Somebody also asked if you were going to hire other people for the release of the game.
I doubt it. I mean, maybe I'll work with some PR people or marketing people or something like that, but I'm not really going to be hiring new employees.
Should we talk about how we're self-financing this game?
Yeah, he's like, oh my god, I'm sitting here like looking. Oh my god, it's bad. Oh, I've died. So,
What are you doing?
that was awesome. Ripped. All right, so I was trying to explain something, but you kept asking me questions, and I was answering the questions, but I didn't have the game paused.
So, Escape pauses the game for all you all out there. That's really helpful.
Okay, all right, let's take care of some of these monsters here. So that I can, so what I wanted to talk about, ooh, that was a little potion of light healing has dropped here. Let's get some of these carrot seeds going here.
Anatoly's welcome to the death loop.
Yeah. So, let me go through this really quickly. When you level up, you have leveling points. There's attributes. You can increase your attack power, your vitality, which is basically hit points, intelligence, which is how much mana you have. How much mana is how many rounds your wand can shoot before it needs to be recharged. And wisdom is how fast your recharge works. Like the higher your wisdom, the less recharge time. So those are the different categories. I'm going to go with vitality first and then try not to die here. Anyway, so that is what those, the leveling up experience is. Also, when you level up, one of the things in the game that you will see pretty soon is that there are ancient items, which are basically skills in the game. And when you level up, you get a token that allows you to kind of upgrade those ancient items. Yes.
I know nobody can see me. You know what? You can keep talking, playing.
Now, last time I did that, I died.
Well, don't look at me. Actually, played the game.
Oh, okay.
Drave suggested, will bottles of scotch be a power-up in the game? And I know nobody can see me, but I mouth agape. Yes, of course.
Of course.
Why didn't we do that earlier?
Oh, I thought of it.
Oh, you did?
But yeah, it wasn't happening. Okay, let's get rid of some of these zombies. We've leveled up again. We're going to give ourselves a little damage multiplier.
David.
Okay, pretty good. So, what?
You can only have scotch after you hit level 21.
I am dying. I mean, it is really hard to stream this game and focus really on all this information.
Wait, this is like routine at this point.
It is, but that doesn't make it easy. Anyway, one of the things I was going to say is that there are some items that when you're pressing the little hot bar down below, it switches between what item you're holding. So like, I press 1, I'll switch to my gun. I'll press 2, I'll go to my pickaxe and my axe, etc. But some of the items have an orange outline, and this orange outline makes it an instant use item. So it doesn't switch there, but actually drinks it or uses that item, whatever the case, it activates that item. So that's what this kind of quest teaches you, is the ability to do that. So now the next quest is for us to kind of dig up some cobblestone and start making our little base, which is what we're going to need to do here, because we're going to need to get some food going. We're going to need to farm. We're going to need to get the farm going, because this is real. All right, we've got a bunch of people were calling these cats earlier. They've called them.
Bawana was calling them cats.
Bawana was calling them cats. There were other.
Somebody called them frogs.
Frogs. They're supposed to be spiders. Now, I realize that my art isn't the best, but that is what they are supposed to be.
Anyway. It was so impressive that Bawana found that bug. That was amazing. That was
a really great find. It was actually a it was a legitimate P1 bug, a P1, top priority. The game was, you could not continue in the game by finding this. When he found this bug, it's really impressive that he found that. I don't
think he realized how broken he had made his game, because he had made it so that he couldn't progress in the quests anymore.
Right. It was over. That was it. The game was over. It was broken.
And I don't think he understood.
No, I mean, he did eventually. I mean, but he was kind of ending the stream at that time anyway, so it wasn't really like
It was well done, Buana. Well done.
Yes. Anyway, welcome everybody. This is Lurks Below, and I'm David Brevik, and this is my latest game that I've been working on for a little over a year, and I'm excited to kind of show it off today. So let's get some torches going here. It's getting dark. So I'm gonna kind of mine some cobblestone here and start making my base. I prefer to kind of like dig out of the ground, dig my base out of the ground in a place where I think that I can kind of expand and let my base kind of flow. We'll say flow.
Wait, so do you like having your base above ground or below ground?
I prefer it below ground, and I'm not really sure why. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason to why it's below versus above. I just prefer it below because I find it very satisfying to just dig and just kind of mine and work on this area below the surface. It feels safe down here. It feels safe. I've kind of like got built-in walls already. I don't need to worry about like building structures or anything like that. I can just go ahead and just dig out a little hole, a little hobbit hole for myself if you want.
That's right, because on the surface there are no mobs that will destroy the blocks like there are later.
Not originally.
Right. Unless you're Flufflo, who goes around destroying his own house.
Right.
With his gun. Which, by the way, he did 3 or 4 times.
That's
in
impressive.
Sequence.
That is
guys,
impressive.
if you get an arcing weapon, try not to use it around your base.
Yes. All right, so yeah, there are some weapons in the game that destroy blocks. So using that at your base is not the wisest move. One of the things I've noticed is that people don't know that these ladder step platforms exist. This is not always the easiest thing to find. And so these are kind of, exactly what they kind of sound like, which is allows you to kind of jump up on these. And when you're over top of it, you just press down and you'll fall through. So this allows you kind of to put up platforms or whatnot and be able to jump through them, which is super handy. All right, let's get some seeds going. The way I prefer to make a farm is maybe a little bit different than others. I'll kind of demo my latest farm stylings. One of the things about food is that you got to deal with it. You got to eat it because it does rot. It does rot over time. So make sure that you consume it.
And if you're me, you make lots and lots of berries.
Right.
David is
There are some people that are berry people. There are some people that are carrots and other cabbages kind of people. They're just different
carrot
pipes.
And cabbage person.
Absolutely. That is all that I am. That's mainly what I'm focused on.
Wanda Libner says, I'm geeking out like crazy here. Please let David know I've lost years of my life to his games.
Thank you.
Is there smart digging like in Terraria? I don't know what that means.
I don't know what smart digging means.
Purified, we haven't played Terraria, so...
I played a little bit, but I haven't played a whole bunch. I found that the interface and the size of the sprites and stuff were just not to my liking, and so that kind of turned me off to the game. I tried probably 3 or 4 times and could never really get super into it because it just was, I had problems with the controls and whatnot. Okay, let's get a little bit of a structure here going.
Oh, Hobo killed his cow.
Oh, sad news.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turns out if you dig underneath your cow, it vanishes.
1, 2, 3, yeah. 4.
Don't dig under your
5,
cow, guys.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay,
My
that should be
cabbages.
enough.
My
Let's get
cabbages,
a little bit of this going here.
Huh?
We'll make a little bit, another. And we're gonna make another little garden area up here. And we're going to start planting some seeds. So
Oh,
you select the
Verge-
seeds.
Verge says there's no smart digging.
I don't know what smart digging means. So if somebody explains it to me and it's really cool, it's going in the game.
Yeah, so David's still working on this game. Stuff is still getting put in, and here's the thing, David does plan to keep working on the game once it does come out. Oh, Tyson, I killed my first cow as well. I felt so bad I made a new character.
Wow, that's feeling bad.
Okay, so eventually the cow won't be as easily killable. Oh,
Yeah, I just put the cows in, so, you know.
Don Fargo says it's not a cow. That's a good
Yeah,
point.
it is true. It's not a cow.
It's not a cow, guys.
Okay, so one of the important things is to kind of get your farm going. Make sure that you have a food supply because food is critical in this game. It is part of the survival aspect. So, okay, I've got my forge here ready, so I can make some ingots out of my iron. I've made 10, which is great.
It takes 127 blocks to build to the top of the map. Also,
all right.
Verge says smart digging basically means you can just have your cursor to the right, and when you dig, it will automatically target blocks that would block your character. Oh. So it just does the picking of blocks for you, essentially.
Oh, okay. So you lazily kind of just point in the right direction, and it just
and it does it for you.
Does it for you.
Yeah.
Selects the right block for you.
Yes.
I can easily put that in. That sounds like a wonderful thing to put in. Okay, I am starting to get low on I'm getting exhausted here, so we're gonna build a bed. I don't think it'll fit though. There's not enough room here, so let's make a little bit more. You can see the edge of the screen kind of gives you a warning. There's no real ramifications to being exhausted from being tired, other than you can barely move. So it's not really a very fun experience to kind of crawl across the map. So that's really the only ramification. However, hunger, if you run out of food and you're hungry, you start taking damage, quite a bit of damage, and you die pretty quickly. So it's important to keep that food meter up. Okay, let's rest a little bit.
Soul says I should have done
monsters
this with
go
my
by.
farm. It did not look this organized. David, by the way, has been playing this game a lot. David and I have both been playing this game a lot. Mine, it looks different than his, but I have my thing down.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing a lot, I made the game, so it's I kind of know what I'm doing. So that's it's a little bit of an unfair advantage to people that haven't played much. Okay, I'm low on food here. I've got a couple cabbages.
You ain't kidding. Starvation is a slow, insidious killer.
It is. I am not kidding. It is a hardcore.
Lots of things will kill you in this game, guys.
Yeah, it is. It is not easy. It is not an easy game.
It is not an easy game, no. Oh, you didn't turn off links.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
That's okay. Monsters should have a small percent to destroy your crops.
Yeah, all of those kind of things, the destroying of crops and stuff, those are coming. They're /in. But I start you out easy. I mean, we're not gonna. The game is so harsh already. People are really having a bit of a tough time kind of getting anywhere. Oh, I think that they dropped some coffee. Oh God, that is just what I needed.
All the QQing, they have no idea.
Oh,
they have no idea. We played this game when crops gave you 1 seed.
Back in my day,
we only got 1 seed per cabbage. It was starving all the way, people.
So, one of the things that, the controls are, you aim, the character will follow your cursor. So you kind of just aim with your cursor, your mouse cursor on the screen, and you hold down the button to fire. If you're holding down and you need to recharge, it'll automatically recharge when you're out of bullets. So, out of mana.
Oh,
you can also press the R key to reload early.
Cursor.
Cursor what?
I mean, not cursor. I'm sorry.
Controller support? Yes, this game will have controller support. It does not currently, but it will have controller support at launch.
At launch.
At launch.
Oh, at launch.
At launch.
David is...
At launch.
Wow, doubling
You heard
down.
it here. Bam! I have just made a promise.
Oh, God.
Write it down. It's in stone. Actually, just put it on the Steam page.
He just delayed the game by 6 months.
I did. 6 months. No, I don't think so. Anyway.
The weapons
Okay.
do not degrade, right?
The weapons do not degrade.
Neither does the pick or anything like that.
The only thing that degrades is food. Food will expire, will only be ripe for a certain amount of time, but it will only survive in your inventory for so long. That is the only thing that is, oh my God. He hit me like a ton of bricks. All right. One of the things that you can do, luckily I have some health potions, but another thing you can do, which we're going to do right now, is that you can rest. And when you're resting in a bed, you actually do some healing. So, this is one way to kind of help yourself out at the start and get yourself some health back if you take some damage. Okay, so let's gather up some of these crops. They're all ready now, and then we're going to.
Cesspool said should make weapons degrade on use for hardcore. That's right. Let's make hardcore.
Yeah, hardcore harder. Yeah,
actually, David
good idea.
has some good ideas for making hardcore harder.
Yes.
Some really great ideas that I totally want to spoil for you, but I'm not because I think you should figure them out yourself. They'll be really cool. Also, there's somebody. Veggie stew hype. Veggie stew is the bomb, guys. Get the veggie stew. Oh, how long did this take for you to develop? How long have you been working on it?
I started in December 10th or 12th or something like that, a year ago. So 2016, mid-December 2016 was about a year and 2 months it's taken me. This is a custom engine that I wrote all by myself. I made all the tools. I made every bit of code in the game. And again, I made all the art and the music and the et cetera, the sound effects, et cetera. There's a bunch of stuff that I did. I have done bought some stuff off the internet, some packs to kind of help me in the creation of some of these assets, but largely they've all been put together and adjusted and tweaked and changed by me. If I did buy something, a lot of the stuff is original. Most of the stuff is original. All the code is original, and music and some other stuff is all completely original. All right. Some of the art I needed some help with at the beginning.
Disease. RimWorld style.
Yeah. Actually, there are random diseases later in the game. Okay, so we're going to craft some iron armor.
They're asking about price point.
This is going to be indie priced. It's going to be whatever, $20 or less, whatever it's going to, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. Maximum will be $20. Let's say 15 to $20, something like that. I don't know. I haven't set the price yet, but it's going to be somewhere in that range.
What graphics API are you using?
DirectX. But it's all abstracted, so being able to change it to, OpenGL or anything else is easy. All the stuff is not DirectX specific, so
Alucus wants to know if this is Nonomancer music, and it
is. It is the Nonomancer music. Some of you may
done,
recognize that. All right, so first thing I want to do is I want to craft my new wand here. This is higher damage. Shoots a little slower, but it's much improved. It's much higher damage, and then we'll get some armor going here. Let's get helmet, boots. This is armor 3.
For other weapons besides range. Also, somebody asked, why are guns wands?
Because this is a fantasy game.
I know this.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be monsters and fantasy and old-timey kind of things. You got forges and you've got armor and stuff like that. So, keeping with the old magic-y shop, they're wands. That's why. I've never really been a fan of guns in fantasy. I know that some games do that or whatever, but I've always enjoyed just making. I think that wands and staves can double as guns, and so that's what I did.
Do you have a name for your engine?
Yeah, so I do have a name for my engine, mainly because somebody thought of it last night on Twitter. They asked, why did you make your own engine? Here, I'll pause because I'll probably die otherwise. So the reason I made my own engine is because, it's a little bit of story time. It's because I am an old grumpy programmer, and I can't really stand all of these fancy new engines and their easy to use stuff. It just drives me absolutely nuts. all the games that I started making and all the programming I did in fact, a good portion of Diablo 1 is written in an assembly language. And so I am as old school, and so all of these kind of object-oriented, you barely need to write anything, you don't have access to anything, you can't manipulate anything kind of languages just make me sick to my stomach. So if I'm going to do a project and I'm going to make it fun for myself, I'm going to do it kind of old style. So I made my own engine, and somebody said, I said, I'm a grumpy old programmer, get off my lawn about my... And somebody replied with, does that mean that you've made the Crumudge engine? So, yes, it is now called the Crumudge engine.
You're a grumpy old man.
Because I'm a grumpy old man.
Funkmaster says I was right. I knew it was assembly. Oh my god. David would totally write this in some assembly if he got a chance.
Oh, absolutely.
Get off my land, says Deadlock. Yes, get off my land. Kitty Attack Chip has a question.
Oh, Kitty does,
Are you ready for this?
Oh, dear.
When is the Kickstarter for your game?
Oh. That is quite the troll. That is quite the troll.
That's why I asked if you were ready for this question.
I think that I was ready, but not quite ready.
Ready?
Okay, we've got enough stomach here. I don't have. So Commander Vile's right up here. This is one of the things that people are also missing is that I've got to change this tooltip to say Commander Vile, who's on the surface, because everybody starts like going down into the dungeon looking for him, but he's up on the surface. Anyway, I'm not quite ready for him. I only have my helmet, and I forgot to turn off. Right now, I've got. Let's go back to the main menu really quickly. In my options, I have show helm. On, so off or whatever. So I didn't have my helmet actually showing up in the graphics, but it does change the way that you look. All the different parts.
That's Commander Vile. Everybody's calling that the Butcher, but it's Commander Vile.
Yes.
Technically. So, a lot of people that have been playing this game have just been ignoring Commander Vile, and it's actually kind of important to go defeat him.
Oh!
And a little trick for
two. That was twice. 2 crits in a row.
A little trick for the rest. Oh my god, he's walking down the hill. Oh, you've lost Commander Vile.
I've lost Commander Vile. This is not going to be good. Uh-oh.
This is not good.
All right. First off, I don't know why I didn't have my health potions here.
Oh my god.
Oh, here he comes. This is real.
Okay, I'm going to talk. You focus. So it's important to kill Commander Vile.
Oh, critted again. Oh, but I was able to drink my potion. It's all good. Come back here. Kiting.
Kill Commander Vile before you hit level 5.
Oh dear, into the hole. Oh, there we go. I got him.
You gotta kill him before you hit level 5.
Yeah, once you hit level 5, you start dropping items when you die. So your items have a chance. All of the items in your hotbar, as well as all of the items that are on your character, can drop to the ground Diablo style. Okay.
Okay, some questions. Is there a dungeon?
Yeah, oh yes. That's the main point of the game. We're going to go down into the dungeon in just a few minutes here. The surface is just kind of getting you started. Yes.
And a lot of people, I think, weren't finishing the surface before going into the dungeon.
Right.
Yeah. Combat. Will combat have more than just ranged weapons?
No. Right now, they are all ranged weapons. But there's a lot of different... The ranged weapons are randomly generated. They have different damage types, different delivery types. There's, triple shots and arcing things and reflective bullets and like all sorts of different stuff that you can do with it. And so there's a lot of different ways that you can fight and whatever. So I think that it's going to be... It provides ample fun. At one point, I had thought about putting in weapons, swords, but I could never really get them to look very good without doing just a ton of animation work. And since it's really myself, I've decided to kind of hold off on that idea. I still could put them in, but right now it doesn't look like it will be. One of the classes I have been considering is a sword and shield character class, kind of a fighter or whatever you want to call it. But right now, that's not the case. It is only ranged weapons.
That's not true, David.
That is not true in what way?
Everybody has an axe and a pick.
Right. The pick and the axe, you can chop people and chop monsters. You can do it,
And-
but it's not that viable of a way to combat
I
monsters.
bet somebody's going to go through the entire game.
Oh,
doing that.
I am sure that somebody will come up with some crazy scheme where
And-
that's all they're doing.
Here's the little secret here, people. You keep playing. Your stats affect your.
I have something to say, so I'm waiting.
Oh, your stats affect your axe and your pick.
That's right. Any of these stats will change the actual stats that you have on your... Oh, my God. The zombies are still coming out. Oh, now you drop the Scroll of Blessing. Thank you. That's what I needed before.
Oh, so after Commander Val is killed, then the surface becomes semi-safe.
Right.
We don't get surface spawns.
Yeah, there are not new spawns on the surface. Any spawns that were there will still remain there, but once Commander Vile is gone, then any new spawns won't happen at night. The surface will be safe, and now it's time to kind of go into the dungeon. Okay, so I think that I've got a lot of this stuff kind of put together here. I don't have much armor, and really before I go too deep into the dungeon here, I'm going to need to get some better armor. But one of the next quest and the next feature that I want to show off is that this is called the Homestone. And what the Homestone does is it allows you to teleport, kind of town portal style, between where you are and back to your Homestone. So if I'm over here and I click this recall button here on the interface, then I teleport back to the Homestone. Then, when you're nearby the Homestone, see how when you're nearby some objects, when you're nearby the anvil or nearby the workbench or nearby the forge, they kind of highlight. They get a thing. So if you're nearby the Homestone and you press the recall button, it will send you back to where you were, but when you pressed it last time. So this is a good way to kind of bounce back and forth between the surface and the dungeon, and allows you to go back and forth quickly.
Are there going to be multi-language support?
Yes. There's a
want a
wand
bully?
here. I didn't even see it.
Don't
Fire
forget
beam.
your Alt key, David. Alt
Yeah.
key.
When items are on the ground, you can press the Alt key to see the item names pop up above the items.
Do you have preferred languages that you're going to support?
Right now, I'm not sure exactly what all I'm going to be able to support. You know, obviously it'll be English at first, but then, I would say at least we're going to have, maybe like a German, maybe Spanish, French, those kind of things. Those are probably the top ones. If I get a Chinese publisher, then I probably will be doing Chinese as well, and maybe some other Asian languages. So, that's kind of where I'm leaning. I would maybe like to do Portuguese. There are a few other things I would like to do. So it just depends on how things go. But initially, it'll be limited to maybe 3 or so of those.
Oh, it's a Fry Girl question. Hi, Fry Girl.
Hi.
This is important, actually. Is there going to be colorblind support?
That's a good question. I don't know how to do it. If it's pretty easy, I think I can do it, but I don't really know how to do it. So I will look into it. That's a good idea. We'll write that down, and I'll get back to it. All right, here's my cow, because all my games need to have cows.
You gotta click the moose.
I did. I clicked a couple times here.
Did we get my moo?
I don't know. I can't hear.
It.
I can't hear it, so I'm not exactly sure what.
So the cow moo, David pretty much put the cow in 2 days ago.
Yeah,
And I was
Wednesday night or whatever.
I was walking by and he was about to record, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He said,
I'm making cow sounds.
Cow sounds, and I said, "Well, can I do some?" He said, "Sure," and that's how we did cow sounds. That was it. Set gear. Will there be set gear? Maybe like set effects? Are there going to be more effects happening for the characters and stuff like that?
Oh yeah. There, right now in the game, and though I haven't seen anybody craft one, and it's not really that surprising because it is day one. But there are the ability to class-specific stabs, which have unique graphics and unique things to help out your particular class. So there will be all sorts of stuff.
I'm writing down, just for all you guys who, if you...
There'll be more than just that. That's just the start. There are going to be all sorts of... there are unique items. There are set items, there are rare items, there are kind of ultra rare items, there are common items, all sorts of stuff. There's many different types. As we dig down here, you can see over on the right. That looks like it's a.
Is there gonna be a cow level?
Which of my games, besides Diablo 1, does not have a cow level, right?
That's not an answer.
Yes, of course it's gonna have a cow.
There
level.
is a cow level planned.
Cow level's a lie. No.
And
okay.
For all the languages, guys, remember that it's just David doing this game. So David only speaks English. That means he has to get outside help, and we're self-financing it. That means we have very limited budget. So we would love to make the game in every single language, but we'll see. Also, I'm trying to keep up with Chad by writing down questions, and when David takes a little breather, I will ask him those questions, just so you know. So keep asking them if I haven't gotten to your question. Oh, does this game have a gem to click? Very important question.
Not currently, but it's a good idea. Cow
level? Yes, we talked about it. Story, NPC.
Okay.
Is there a story in the game, David?
There is going to be more of a story than there is right now. The story is very thin right now, but there is a story that I have in mind, but it's just not really in the game very much right now.
Can you quickly talk about the beta and how what is in the game and what you plan to add? As in, this is the first, 2 levels? 3 levels.
Yeah, this is the first 3 levels of approximately 15 levels of the game. And so I have, I limited the content here in the beta just to make sure that people could get through it and I can get some feedback. This is just a portion of the game, really, before it launches. But anyway, what's going on over there?
People can hear bit sounds.
Bit sounds. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I'm a little confused as well. That's why I'm clicking through your... Keep talking.
Oh, maybe that? Close that. Maybe like Discord's giving some little dingy sounds or something like that. We'll close all my tabs except for...
You don't even have to have that open.
Yeah, I'm just going to have this open.
You don't even have to have that. Anyway.
Well, I don't, because you're reading all the text, but anyway.
You're streaming from your computer, right?
I am streaming from my computer.
Sorry, I think we have it fixed. Anyway, keep going. This is a 15 levels of the game?
Approximately, yes.
And you're still adding gear, and even for the current levels, right?
Yeah, I'm still adding a bunch of gear and unique items and recipes and all sorts of stuff as I kind of think about it and work on it. I'm just, again, it's just me by myself, so the content kind of comes in at a fast pace, but not as fast a pace as if a lot of people are working on it.
What about mod support?
There won't be mod support at the beginning, again, mainly because it's just me, myself, and I. And so it will, I would like to put it in, but again, it comes down to amount of support and time and how much I can support the game after launch.
Somebody was asking, what about community source translations, where people can submit translations to be added to the game?
Yeah, that's one thing that we were considering. We had talked about that, actually, so it's not a bad idea. That may happen. Obviously, you have to be a bit careful about these things, because everybody can team up and make the game super dirty. But I would that would never happen. And so I would like that. I would like to. I think that that's a good idea. I just have to make sure that I have trustworthy people that I can harass if it turned out that they were, evil about it.
This is an interesting question by Blake's. Will there be an ecosystem like cats kill rats to keep your brain secure kind of thing?
No.
That's a little much for considering.
No, this is mainly a dungeon dweller, right? This is mainly about going down. I mean, all you've seen tonight is me just basically on the surface here, kind of prepping to go down into the dungeon. But I don't have enough equipment really to kind of survive down there, so I've got to make sure that I've planted enough and I keep these things going. Like I'm trying to make a building, for instance. I'm trying to start my town. So kind of the first part of the game is kind of getting yourself set up with the equipment and whatnot, so that you can get down in there and actually do some fighting. So we're going to get to some fighting real soon, though.
Will there be loot box support? And also talk about loot boxes.
Yeah, I'm not really all that pro on loot boxes. I understand why people do them. I understand that they need to make money and etc. So I can't really fault them, but there won't be loot boxes. This is a one-time purchase. I might eventually, like, if I'm going to have DLC, it'll be something significant. It'll be like the equivalent of like an expansion pack with, there's a couple character classes and, a bunch of new items and some new armors and levels and blah, blah, blah. That kind of thing I might charge for. But small features and small add-ons and a few things, most of that's going to be free.
Bawana wants to know if the dungeons are instanced. And another little part to this is there like a farmable end game where you can...
Yeah.
Since the dungeon does not respawn. This is an important question.
Right. So, yes,
I'm not sure if he got to the point.
Right. The dungeon does not respawn, but you can build a building. So one of the things about the game that really a lot of people didn't necessarily get to is that you can build these things called blueprints, and these will build buildings, and vendors will show up in town. And so I'm working here on trying to make my seeds and feeds blueprint, which is one of the first building that you get, and it takes wheat. That's why I went around the world and I tried to gather up some wheat seeds, and now I'm going to plant that wheat to try and do I have enough wheat seeds? I only have 7 wheat seeds, which is pretty weak. You need 10, so we gotta plant these things and harvest them and then come back and get some more. How am I doing on food? I'm doing pretty well. Still have a carrot left. It's got plenty of time, 26 minutes. My bowl of cooked veggies almost has 45 minutes or whatever, so we're looking good.
Brad's Gaming wants to know about the classes. You have classes in the game, but what does that really mean? How does a class distinguish itself? You're not level 5 yet, right?
Correct. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. I'm very close to getting to level 5, I believe. I am level 4, and my experience bar is, it's probably about 2/3, 3/4 of the way through here. So,
okay.
Let's.
Hold on a second. You'll see.
All right, we're cheesing.
I'm Nikki, and I am hosting David on my channel, but yeah, I didn't go live.
All right.
When do you plan on launching?
Call that advanced tactics. When do I launch? When it's done. I hope to do it pretty soon. I don't think it'll be forever. It's for sure this year. I'm suspecting that it will be much sooner than people might expect. So, it's the game's pretty far along. So I hope to launch in the near future.
The art style for these levels, are they pretty much done?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a question. Why will my cleric be able to do my taxes?
Right.
Could this be added? If not.
No taxes.
This game
they can give massages, which is, you wouldn't expect that.
This game is probably going to come out after tax season.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So, with your refund.
Yes. Buy it with your refund, everybody.
Or your lunch money.
I see you have a beholder monster. Any concern that WotC will come over after you for that?
I'm not that concerned about it, but, maybe. We'll see.
Oh my god, Jinxer got killed by Vile again. When it's done, TM. Yes. Soon, TM. Well, Noro Majaro says, take your time, we can wait.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, since we're self-funding,
anyway, we're
limited on how much time we can do.
Right. Well, sort of. There are different avenues that I can take, but we're trying to make the product in a shorter time frame rather than a longer time frame.
This is a good question. Early access.
Yeah, so I've thought about early access many times. I'm not really a big fan of early access, mainly because I think of the way that early access largely works nowadays, which I understand if you're a small developer and you're self-funding and you got to do what you got to do. But, I feel like I, as a consumer, have been disappointed in that I've been excited about something. I buy it in early access and the game totally changes from something that I love to something I don't love, and it's in early access for literally years. And so that, I'm not very excited about. So I think that for me, if I do early access, it'll be something like it's going to be early access for a few weeks, and it's really more of like an open beta early access rather than I'm selling the game right now, and I'm going to make all sorts of changes over the next couple months.
Juana says refund. What refund? What platform are you publishing this on?
Right now, the only platform is PC. Again, since it's really just me, it's
what platform on PC? I mean.
You mean I'm right now? The only thing is Steam, but I may go GOG, and some others have contacted me in the last few days about getting onto their platforms.
So currently just Steam.
Currently just
for
Steam.
PC.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Is there going to be an open beta? Open beta.
I don't know. Like I said, if I do an open beta, it would be the equivalent of early access, or I would call it early access, and it would be, 2 weeks of open beta.
So people would have to buy it anyway.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Not free open beta. Kubi, this is not a stupid question. There are no stupid questions. Will there be a zoom in feature?
Wow. I haven't thought of that. I could write it. It's pretty easy to write, so... Yeah, sure. People want it. I'm up for it.
Postblink says, I understand people have valid concerns with early access, but you're the kind of history dev that generally, gets a lot of love for their EA games.
Early access games.
Just don't be Goddess.
Right.
I thought you'd appreciate that one.
Yeah.
Love this.
Okay, let's get some.
Super happy. Diablo is watching. Yes. Will there be NPCs akin to Terrarias?
I don't know. I don't really understand what that means, but I'm not quite sure.
There are NPCs. David hasn't. You start the game all alone in the world, on the planet, in the world.
Yeah. In the world.
And he will eventually make houses that do have new NPCs.
Yeah, I'm hoping to make one here in a moment that everybody can see. I'm going to make seeds and feeds.
Items that make the torches unnecessary?
Yes. There are light radius items.
Price point?
There's all sorts of... Again, we haven't gotten down into the dungeon. We haven't really gotten into the random items. There's tons of randomness associated with this. We got to get down into the dungeon and see some of the random stuff. And so we're going to get there in just a few minutes. We're only halfway through the stream here. We're gonna get to and kill the first boss tonight, even if this runs over. This is gonna happen. We're gonna make this.
You're gonna get to the first boss?
Oh yeah, we are getting to the first boss tonight.
Can you show the loot system?
Yes, we will be showing the loot system in just a little while. All right, I think that I've made everything that I need to make here. I've made all my armor. I'm kind of geared up. I got everything that I need except for my
Somebody wants to know about multiplayer again.
Okay, there's no multiplayer right now. I would love to add multiplayer. It's been designed and semi-coded with multiplayer in mind, but it is not in the game simply because, again, it's just me, and multiplayer literally makes the game at least twice as big. There's so much more testing that needs to happen with multiplayer and so many more bugs that come up. It's just too much of a burden for just myself. And it wouldn't be if I had large amounts of time. If I had 4 years to make the game, then, it would be a no-brainer. But doing this by myself in kind of a shorter time frame, it's just not really, the card's not on the table. Now, if the game comes out and it gets good support, it is one of the things I would like to add to the game.
Will you ever make the engine available for outside people?
Doubtful.
Will Deckard...
There we go. There was my 10 wheat seeds.
Will Deckard be in the game?
No. I mean, Deckard may be, somebody might create a character named Deckard, but there will be no reference to Deckard.
Can you show armor stats?
Yeah. This is currently, the armor stats aren't that interesting at the beginning. They're just hit points and armor. That's it. So you will see very soon here, I'm going to kind of dive down in now. I've got my full armor. I got the plants ready for my my first building. Now it is time to dive. We're going to get down to the second layer of the world here and kind of the new zone area. And we're going to make our way down there now. And we'll kind of get into the next area of armor. We've got different types of armor that spawn down there, different ore, so we can make better armor. And that armor has slots in it, so you can basically gem your armor, and the gems have random stats on them. So we'll show that in just a moment here.
Will you be able to summon minions?
Yes. Oh, dear.
What does the armor number do? Is that damage reduction?
It is. It's damage reduction.
Will you be able to recruit people to help defend your base?
Not currently, but that's a kind of fun idea. All right, here's an
Or
example
help maintain
of...
it. Wait, you're getting attacked.
Oh yeah.
Spider!
Here's an example of a wand that just came out. I got lucky. There's a nice little treasure room. There's not only a nice little treasure room here, but look, there's a gold room over here, which oh man, that spider bit me and he's caught me on fire for a second. Hello! Thank you.
Is hosting you.
Okay, so as with the character classes, one of the things that we can talk about, where there's a bunch to talk about here. First off is I've got my first. Oh my god!
Hi,
oh my
guys.
god! I got my first kind of random wand here, and this wand is a multi-shot wand. Let's see what this.
Nice.
So this is, I'm shooting 3 at once here out of this one, versus this is just a regular common projectile wand. This shoots fire. This one shoots magic, versus kind of my old wand. So I'm gonna start using this triple wand. Also, one of the things that just occurred is that I got level 5. And when you get level 5 with your character, the first thing that happens is you get your first ancient item. And ancient items are basically the skills in the game. And you're guaranteed, when you pick a character class, you're guaranteed every 5 levels to get a particular ancient item. My ancient item for this is called a magic shield for the wizard, the first one, which is just a blocks damage for a certain amount of points of damage. Once those points of damage are gone, the shield goes off and then the cooldown starts. And so, you got a minute before you can put the shield back up. But one of the fun things about the game is that you can find other classes' ancient items. So you can create your own kind of classes by combining a bunch of different ancient items from a bunch of different character classes and use those to kind of create your own type of character. Blight Skull the Unholy. Okay, this will be interesting. This is unique. He's got a high crit chance. Oh god. Luckily, it's a zombie, and these zombies are really terrible. They don't do anything. They're like the wimpiest monsters in the world. And so I'm not that scared, but I'm slightly scared. So let's get a little scroll of blessing. Scroll of blessing gives me 5 extra points of attack and 5 vitality, so it gives me some extra hit points here. And let's jump down here and go for it. Luckily, he can't really hit me very well, so I'm just going to kind of shoot him in the face. Yeah, this worked out really nicely. All right, and he dropped a ring pattern. So one of the things in the game is that you can get rings, and the rings are... are all. Wow, that was really weird. I meant to go press my torch, but I was out of torches, and I read the recipe for ring and learned the ring recipe because I had fallen. I wanted to make sure that I could see what was going on here. Wow, there's all sorts of stuff to look at here.
The controller support.
Yes, controller support.
By the end of the game.
By
Yes,
the end,
controller
by
support.
yes.
I can't mod people, Hobo.
I can mod who needs to be modded here. I modded Druid's Fire, but there's some other
Me.
people
You
or
modded
whatever.
me.
I modded. Well, I think you were always a mod. Okay, let's go for the treasure room. We want some gold here.
Are there shared stashes between characters?
No, not currently.
Are you gonna do that?
I don't know. I could. Oh, look at all the wonderful gold!
Well, you hit Alt key so people can see the Alt key.
Well, it just says gold on
Yeah,
it.
but that's still good to show.
All right.
BT says don't mod me. No, guys. Hi, Laura. Will the frame rate be capped?
No.
Good question.
No. And some people have claimed that it's running at 5,000 frames a second. So, anyway, the frame rate's very high. It runs on pretty poor machines, so anyway, we'll see. We'll see. I think I'm getting a couple hundred frames a second right now.
Local or online multiplayer?
No.
Can you make it so that when a ring drops, it makes that ding noise? Too?
The triangle, huh? I could, I guess, except for rings don't drop. You have to craft the rings in the game.
Currently, yes. How's the globe bar easier to see other than top UI numbers? Are you gonna change
Well,
those?
I'm not going to change it right now. That's not a complaint that I'm hearing a whole bunch because when you get low on health, you start getting a red flashing around the edge of the screen. So it's kind of easy to see. You get these kind of pulsating outside edge of the screen, and it makes it easy to tell that things are bad.
5,000 frames per second. Yeah, David actually, when he first started making the engine, he would come up and tell me, "Hey, honey, look, I'm running the game at like 50 million frames per second." Yay! Oh, you gotta show them what that is.
That's meat. That's raw meat. You can find things under the ground like this that will help you out. Some food and whatnot. That was a meat spit. Now, the meat is raw, and so it expires quickly. Let's go back to the surface. We'll cook it, and then it lasts for like 99 minutes or 100 minutes or something like that once you cook the meat. So I learned the new recipe of the cooked meat. Here we go. Sizzle, sizzle. There we go. Now we've got some meat.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Everything is ready up here. Let's get some...
What about treasure rooms? Do you want to talk about what kind of treasure rooms there are?
There are all sorts of treasure rooms. Treasure rooms with gold, treasure rooms with crystals, treasure rooms with... there's a lot. Food.
Oh my God, there's another raid. There's another raid. By
Hello, everybody.
Riker. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Riker. Okay, so I've got 10 wheat bushels now. So I have all the things I need to make my first building here in town. So we're gonna make the first building, and we're gonna place it right over here.
Can you mod Kitty? It's right there.
Yeah.
Top. There. We have a little backup.
Okay. So let's we're gonna place it. We're gonna place it right about here. I think that's gonna look good. So let's start digging out a little area here for it, so it's nice and level with the ground, because I'm kind of anally retentive that way, and so let's get this thing placed. Bam! There we go. Now we have an NPC in town. We have ourselves a first building, and we can sell to our vendor now. I just got a recipe for another bank. This is for your bank. So I'll read that, I'll learn that, and at the same time, now we can sell some of the stuff that I don't want.
Wait. Can you
Wait,
please
what?
focus on this NPC?
Oh, on this NPC?
This is only the most important NPC in the entire
because
game.
it's because it's named after you, is that
yes!
why?
It's the most important NPC in the entire game.
Oh, it's
everybody.
absolutely the most important.
Nobody else matters.
You can't tell me any differently.
No, that's right. This is my NPC. Jungle NPC, that's right.
Oh, I just sold that. That was dumb. All right, I'm
Oh, Kitty disagrees with me. What?
I can't imagine why.
Kitty says I think the banker is more important.
Okay, so I've started to kind of build my town now. The next building that I need to make is the trusty bank, which we would really like. Now we have the ore, we don't have the cobblestone, but we do have the wood. So let's make a bank, because the bank's just really helpful in many ways, and I don't need that much more. I don't think to get there. I'm at 14 cobblestone. I need 25, so just a little bit of digging here. Let's put this on the bar so that we can see the kind of count, and we don't need to keep open the inventory to discover how many we have. And we'll get that. We'll get our kind of town in shape before we get into the dungeon here.
Yep. Fry says I'm surprised your NPC doesn't have purple hair.
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, okay. Somebody asked about auto pickup settings.
There is quite a bit of auto pickup in the game. As you'll see, auto pickup these blocks. Some things are auto pickup and some are not. Now, one of the reasons I didn't want to make everything auto pickup is because later on, there's just stuff all over the place. And if you're constantly filling up your inventory, and managing, it's just not very fun. So I made some items auto pickup and some items not. A lot of the items that are auto pickup are things that stack really high. Okay, let's put the bank over here. Put it up here on this hill.
I've heard this quite a few times now. People are upset that there's no blue hair.
Yeah, blue hair. I might actually, I don't think I can. I don't know if I can or not. It's a risky thing, but maybe I'll even patch that in tomorrow.
Oh, patch it in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Blue hair, guys.
Blue hair is coming. Blue hair is coming right away. That was an incredible oversight. That was just a complete fail.
Ask and you shall receive.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is kind of a multi-question. People are wondering about skill trees and what makes the classes unique.
Well, nothing necessarily makes the classes unique other than you're guaranteed to get these specific items. Now, when you level up, you get one of these ancient orbs, and ranking up these things, first rank takes 1 ancient orb, second one 2, third one 3. So there's a limited number of things. The level cap is 50, so there's a limited number of things that you can level up in the game. And so your class and your build is going to be based upon not only what you're finding, but also maybe and even or crafting, and as well as the items that come with your class. Now, this is up for change. This is not set in stone. This system may change in the future. I may not allow such diversity, but I like the idea of being able to do a bunch of different things that I was not, I don't want any of this garbage here. So the idea is that it would be really nice to have such a bunch of diversity in the classes and the creation of these things and create really interesting builds out of combining all of these different skills. I had nothing to put in the bank. That's just how good things are going here. All right, all right, let's head back down into the dungeon here. We've got our bank ready. We've got our seeds vendor.
Kitty says, "Look at that handsome banker."
It's so handsome.
Luana says, "Man, I love that guy." I'm assuming the banker. Another question was, what programming language did you use?
It's mainly C and C++. Uh-oh.
God.
Dread something the unholy. Oh, this is not good. This is not as good here.
C and C++.
Luckily, it's another zombie unique, so he's slow and bad at AI, which is great. Okay, so he dropped something, just another wand. It's not that interesting. It's just a common projectile wand, so that goes right into the,
Not 99, not...
Yeah,
max
not
level
99. Not no plans right now for more than 50, but you know, things change. These things may come, and I may end up oh my God, that's not enough. I've got to get more or something. You know, I don't really know. Until I can actually play through the game, none of this stuff is necessarily set in stone where I really do need to make more experience levels or whatever.
So clarification on the classes. There are classes, but yes, technically you could get any of the ancient items to drop.
Correct.
You could get you can use all of the ancient items currently for every class.
Correct. It's
So,
much more Diablo 1 style in that way.
Yeah, it's not, each class isn't quite as unique. There's no guaranteed uniqueness for each class.
Right. But again, this may change. I may end up going with there are some things that are unique to classes and some that are not. But as of right now, the plan is to make everything available for everybody. Oh, God.
Oh.
Okay.
This is a good time to ask about the cow level. Honey, is there a cow level?
There is not a cow level.
Not yet.
Not yet.
There will be a cow
There
level.
will
There
absolutely be a cow level. I can't believe that I've died again here. So the game's not that easy. You can get yourself trapped and killed pretty quickly. You can get yourself overwhelmed. It goes to intensity level 10 pretty, almost instantly. Luckily, I didn't drop my wand. The worst is when you drop your wand and then you're really screwed. These guys, oh man, they're just
brutal.
Okay. Brutal. Oh.
It's because they're freezing you.
Yeah, they are. They're freezing me. It's no good. It's no good. And I think I'm out of potion. Oh, I've got 2 more potions here.
The denial about the cow level. He means that the cow level, there's no cow level in the game right now, but there will be a cow level. There will be permadeath hardcore mode. Yes.
Oh yes, there's permadeath hardcore mode in the game right now.
Right now, Muffalo level. Yeah, not a cow level. Cold, exactly. Will there be an option to turn off screen flash in favor of maybe text spam?
There isn't really any screen flash. I mean, there's your sprites flash.
No, there's screen flash for when you are, low on health.
Oh, low on health. Yeah, I could put that in.
Yeah, option.
You should write that down, though, because I will never remember unless you write it down.
Okay, well, I wrote it down, but...
It's a good idea.
What? Oh, Stick Death wants to know if there will be a deck master. I feel like there should be a deck master that maybe, sells wood.
No.
No? Gosh.
Wow, that's kind of an inside joke, everybody. It's
What are you planning on doing after release? A lot of people are asking about multiplayer, but really, it's basically just about after release stuff. What are you kind of thinking that if the game does well enough and you could keep supporting it, there's a lot of stuff that you would like to add? What kind of stuff would that be? Would multiplayer be a
multiplayer is definitely up there. More language support and some other things, whatever. But there's a bunch of stuff, and there's gonna be new items and new monsters and other things to kind of add to the game. So we'll see how we'll see. I don't know exactly what the priorities are going to be right now.
Do the monsters use the items they drop? I mean, is that how they get modified, or is loot table not related to what kind of monster they are?
There's nothing is related there.
Okay, but monsters, how are they?
Here we go. We're down in the second layer. See how the dirt's kind of changed here?
Multi-waypoint, possible to have a multi-waypoint homestone or maybe buildable portals.
It's possible. I've thought about that. I've thought about putting those in, but there's some technical problems with it, mainly because of the way that I do the respawning of the dungeon. Did we ever talk about that? Did we ever get around to actually talking about how we were going to do it?
I didn't end up answering that question. David.
Did you just David me?
I Davided you. I'm sorry, I can't keep you on track.
Yeah, well, there's just so much to talk about.
There's
it's tough
so much to talk about.
And there's a lot of people that want to know pretty much the same few questions.
Right.
So,
the same few questions being asked a lot.
So the way that respawning the dungeon works is that there's an NPC where you buy a book, and the books are going to have random elements associated with them, which will give modifiers to the dungeon. And the dungeon will be respawned, and so you can kind of spawn the difficulty of the dungeon and what kind of attributes are going to be part of the dungeon when you respawn it. So one of the things I've been thinking about is that maybe there are some checkpoints or something. Oh God, that you could activate in the dungeon. But largely, I think that it's going to be you've got to dive back in. And maybe that works out. Maybe I hate it. I don't really know yet. And I've thought about checkpoints and having multi-waypoint thing with the homestone, but right now it's just the one. Look at this. The ore's just going everywhere, except for onto me. Oh, feels bad.
Can you go to the map, honey?
Can I what?
Go to the map.
Go to the map?
Yes, show the map. Oh, it's hard to see.
It's really hard to see. The map is not final. This is kind of the initial iteration of the map, but it'll show you kind of where you're going and where you've been. You kind of, let's see if I can scroll up here. Oh, no, for some reason I can't. That sounds like a bug.
It's the M
Anyway.
button.
Yeah, the M button is your map. It'll show you kind of when I get up on the surface. There we go. I've started to make. It's finally
No
able to.
waypoints.
There are no waypoints right now,
There are no waypoints.
other than your homestone and your the return location from your homestone.
Right. Your homestone, when you use it, then it saves your, like, for example, it'll save this spot so you can teleport back to it.
It'll teleport me right back there. Okay, it's asking me to make some copper armor, which I will not do at this time. I only have a few bars of copper, and I don't really have enough to make a piece of armor. But I do have enough to upgrade to the better pickaxe, which will make the digging go faster, which we all enjoy.
Wanda wants to know if there's going to be seasonal events.
I don't know.
You make food, probably,
yeah.
right? What?
Yeah.
Is your food going to...
No, I mean I should cook some stuff here. Oops. But I have 3. Yeah, I'll make some, I guess.
Seasonal events?
I don't know. I mean, I think that especially if I get good support from the game, then absolutely. I love those kind of things. So it would be wonderful to put it in. It's definitely not going to be a launch feature.
Will monsters and enemies always be static in terms of their level and damage, or will they increase as you increase in level?
They are always static. As you increase, you can go down into new areas and I had iron ore here. I don't need that. So they're always the same. They don't auto level. This isn't like kind of like the latest World of Warcraft expansion or Oblivion or things like that, where even as you get harder, the monsters get harder. That's not the way that it is. Instead, it's kind of Diablo style, where you're, as you get better, the monsters get easier that are up on the surface. And
no damage from sitting in the fire?
No damage.
No damage from the fire.
That's just how it goes.
Right.
That's how I roll.
This is a magic fire. Somebody was also asking, is there anything that you learned from Hellgate London?
Oh my God.
That you brought into this?
Yeah. How about not overhyping something? And overpromising and underdelivering. I'm running betas where I'm getting better feedback from people. There's a lot. In the end, I'm really proud of Hellgate, but I think that we did make some bad mistakes. But it's still a fun game.
Are NPC buildings redesignable, breakable, and are they stackable? That's a good question.
No. I mean, wait, stackable? What do you mean?
Can you put them on top of each other?
No, you can only have one of a particular building ever.
No, but you could put the bank
Oh,
on top
yeah,
of
you can put the bank on top of the whatever. You can build them underground.
I do that all the time, by the way.
What, build them underground?
Yes.
Oh, ever since I showed you that, that's the new fanciness?
No, I tried it remember I tried it. And then I was like, oh, this is great.
Okay. I showed you while you were streaming the other day, but whatever. It was fun. It's fun to put them underground. That's one thing that you can do. You don't have to put them above ground. Oh.
Gelatinous cubes. Yeah, there are a lot of gelatinous cubes. David loves gelatinous cubes, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the ogres are kind of nasty. This is a poison projectile bond. The ogres are kind of nasty because when they die, they explode, and so they kind of take out blocks and stuff. They can. See, he just destroyed that whole section there.
Workshop support.
Oh, the death wand, a little purple item. Oh, that is nice. It's also my favorite kind of wand. It's a reflective wand. Oh, look at that, a poison reflective wand. That is awesome.
Well, you just won the game.
I just won the game. Oh, and I picked up a ring of defense pattern. Oh, this is just, I'm getting a little streamer magic here.
Oh, this is a good question. Telecito, do you have a stronger connection to this game due to having made it mostly alone?
Yes and no. I mean, I definitely feel a strong connection to it, but, you know, is it strong? It's stronger than maybe some of my other games because I'm more involved, and it's more of a personal passion project for me. And I'm having a lot of fun making the game. Like, I can barely sleep. I'm up working all the time. All I want to do is work. All I want to do is work on this and get feedback and make the best game possible. And so I'm just having really the best time. It's just so much fun, and I'm really happy doing what I'm doing. So I think that in that way, it means a lot to me. Each project has meant a lot to me in different ways, but this is definitely something that I'm feeling incredibly lucky and incredibly happy about doing. All right, let's try and get some.
How deep is your stuff going to get? Are we going to get full prefix, suffix, rune words?
Oh yeah.
Etc.?
Yep.
Are we going to have more?
We have prefix, suffix, rare things, rare affixes. We've got rune words. We've got all sorts of stuff. All set items, class items, all sorts of stuff. Those are all in the game currently.
Are purple items unique?
No.
What are the colors? Why don't you
The
give
purple,
us color?
the colors go green for common, blue uncommon, purple is rare, orange is ultra rare, and then there are gold unique items that can be unique items. They can be set class items, and then yellow set items.
When's pre-order?
I don't know. I don't know how that works. Right now, if you can go to the Steam page, if anybody wants to link the Steam page there, you can go there and you can follow it on Steam and get any kind of updates that occur with it. So you can follow me on Steam. Follow this game on the Steam page right now. The Steam page just went live today, so it's up and running. All right, let's get some stuff going here.
Oh my God, Kubi and Ping Pong were bidding me on my channel. That's why they were like, "Did you guys hear the bid sounds go off?" Oh my, such trolls! You guys are such trolls. Will there ever be non-combat pets?
Yes.
Oh, actually, our oldest daughter has.
Our oldest daughter wants to draw all the non-combat pets.
Yes, she has dogs, wolves.
Unicorns, dog, yeah, all sorts of stuff.
A pony?
Pony, all sorts of things.
It's totally adorable. We'll see what actually makes it in the game, but yes, that's the plan.
Okay, so here's my first gen. It's a green gem, just it's a common gem. It has one affix, the Demon Slayer crystal. It's just got a prefix. Damage to demons increased by 33%. Now, there are two things that you can do with this. One is you can slot it into a particular item, and I'm about to go back to town and make my first piece of copper armor, which has a slot in it. And you can put that in the slot, or you can... Oh, is there something going on here? Yeah, I'm getting attacked is what's happening here. I'm going to jump over that. All right.
Oh, an owl. Of course she has to put an owl in.
But you can also you can also destroy these. So the crystals, the leftover crystals, you don't necessarily sell them to the vendor. Instead, you want to destroy these things and keep track of them because you use these crystal shards to make magic items, to make scrolls of identify, to make rings, to make all sorts of different stuff. So this is kind of like a magic powder. So you're kind of destroying the crystals to gain the power from them.
I think the non-combat pets would just be purely cosmetic.
Yes, purely cosmetic.
Kitty wants to know if you can get Doom or Herbie in this game.
No, there's no Doom or Herbie.
Can you move your base?
With difficulty, perhaps? No, I mean, largely you can't. The buildings are set, their locations are set. So it would be difficult to move your base. It's not impossible, though. You certainly you can pick up all your items. So if you wanted to, like, move it into the dungeon, you could. You could make a little base in the dungeon. Move everything you've got down there. And you can farm down there and everything. That's kind of a big project. So it's not really worth it when you can recall to the surface so quickly.
Okay, two very common questions. What platform is this done for? And
PC.
PC.
Only right now.
Steam.
PC, Steam, only right now.
And mod support.
We will be announcing anything new in the future, and there's no mod support, no plans for mod support right now, simply because it's just myself that I'm making the game by myself. So.
Are there charms, and do they have their own inventory?
There are not charms. I did not put charms in the game.
No, tools and armors do not have durability.
Correct.
Chakros would love to hear you talk about game development and your career history, advice for game developers, game ideas you're thinking about, etc. That's interesting. David just did an interview today.
I did. I went over to IGN and talked to Ryan McCaffrey today for a couple hours. And interview about those kind of things, my career and what I've done, and kind of my approach to a bunch of things is really what the interview was all about. So that will be live, and I'll tweet it out. It'll be live in the next couple weeks. He's gonna put up the video. So if you're really interested in that, there's a lot to talk about there. It's really difficult for me to talk about these kind of things because the industry has changed so much, and I was in it. I've been in the video game industry for 27 years, so, I'm not only am I A, really old, but the B, it's difficult for me to kind of put myself in the shoes of somebody else because I had been lucky enough to have been part of Diablo, right? And so when you're in a game that is that big, my ability to actually get a job or make new games or have these opportunities is way different than most people's experience. And so it's not really easy for me to talk about because I can't really give all that much advice. The advice that I can give is if you want to make video games for a living, make video games for a living. That means take the risk, take the plunge, make it your job, become committed to it, and finish. The hardest thing to do out of whatever you're going to do is finish. Can't really call yourself a video game maker until you've actually made a game. And so starting a game, going through the process, and releasing a game will teach you more than any piece of advice or anything that I can give anybody. So if that's what you want to do, find some people that you want to do it with and make something. Do it all yourself. It is possible. It's not easy, but if you're passionate about it, you can commit yourself to doing it. All right. So I got some good farming going. We've got some stuff that we can sell here. Okay, we've come back. We're gonna make some armor. I think was one of the things that we wanted to do. So I'm kind of getting distracted here with all the questions I have to answer. Okay, so we got 14 bars here, which is plenty to make. Let's make some pants. That's 9 bars.
Somebody
We're gonna
wants
make
to know
some
if
helm.
there's costume affix rolling.
Costume affix rolling. No.
No. Okay. How many gear slots? How much? inventory / gear slots are we looking
Right
at
now,
here?
there is a chest, legs, boots, helm, and then, your hands are down here. It can change. 2 ring slots and a hat slot, which will override your helm with fun hats from sombreros to bandanas to fezzes, whatever.
But those are just for looks.
They're just for looks. So when you put a hat in the hat slot, it will override the look of your helmet, but your helmet stats still count. So it's just a look thing. It's purely cosmetic. The hat slot is just a hat, a visual kind of upgrade, if you will.
So, and then there's the banker, right?
The banker is what? Yeah.
Storage.
Oh, he
Right,
has a
that's
bunch of
storage.
space. The banker has storage space.
Well,
So you can put things in here. But this isn't your equipment slots. These are the different equipment slots that I have right now. Maybe those change. Maybe I expand them. I don't know. Right now, that's how many slots there are, and I'm not finding it really lacking.
Are you going to add more slots?
Maybe in the future, especially if I do like an expansion or something, it'd be a good excuse to make, I don't know, gloves or something. I mean, there's a bunch of things that I could probably make. Okay, let's sell that one, but we're gonna keep this wand as a backup. So one of the things that happens in this game is that when you die, which you guys may have seen me die. I died
head.
once.
Is there a horse head hat?
There's not a horse head hat yet. Is that your equipment can fall off and your inventory can drop on the ground, your hot bar. So I always keep a wand or 2 as backup in my bank. So this is, these are lessons learned here. That's a good spot for, hey, I've run into trouble. I lost my wand. I've got to have something to kind of, as a backup to my, to try and get my body back and try and get my equipment back. Okay.
Was Dwarven Fortress an influence in
yeah.
this game?
Yeah, absolutely.
What exactly lurks below, David?
Well, we'll find out, won't we? We won't.
That
We won't.
was the question.
We will.
What lurks below?
Yeah. Well, answers haven't been provided yet, but they'll come. Oh, they'll come. And in fact, I'm not sure you want to know the answer.
I thought it was it.
Yeah. Well, for sure it does.
What is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there will be controller support.
Correct.
Is there gear, or is there going to be any gear that you have in your inventory that gives you stats? I don't know, something.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what the ancient items. The ancient items have buffs and stuff that give you stats. So you turn them on and you get a buff. And so they're just kind of on. And you're receiving this buff as long as they're on. You'll see, I'm going to get another one, I'm level 6, but, at level 10, I'll get another one, and maybe I'll get lucky and I'll find one. Maybe I'll have a little streamer luck here. All right, let's get a, oh, I don't want scroll of it. I thought it was scroll of light. Oh, there is one. Okay. Okay, things are about to get nasty here. I have the feeling that we're in kind of a nasty zone.
Does the banker charge a service fee unless you keep a minimum balance?
Absolutely. The banker's got to make money.
Stephen King's It Lurks Below. That's right. Are there going to be any world-changing events like catastrophes, like weather, apocalypses, disease, anything that happens on the surface?
I think that sounds fun. There is something that's in the game right now, and some people have seen it happen. I won't spoil it though, but there are some events that do occur on the surface.
There are ancient items. Yes, there are ancient items. Yes,
Ancient items are basically skills. You can substitute the word skills. There's another. I got another purple wand.
I'm
oh
taking
my
notes,
god!
Big hijinks. Oh, look at all those monsters down there.
Yeah, this is gonna get nasty. This is
Do you
gonna
have
get nasty.
any
All right,
characters?
time to go. Here we go, people. It's gonna be go time. Wait, we're gonna first take care of this slime here, so I don't. Oh, and then the level up. Oh, unfortunately timed level up. All right. Oh my god. All right. Okay, here we go. Oh, that ended quickly.
Oh, wow.
That ended quickly.
Why'd you jump
That
down there?
ended. Leroy Jenkins was exactly right. Okay.
How long has this game been in development, and what was the inspiration? What gave you the idea? Blah blah blah.
The game has been in development for just over a year, year and 2 months. And the game that gave me, the ideas here is I played a lot of, I played a little bit of Terraria, but I played a lot of Starbound and a lot of Minecraft. And I love both of those games a lot. And so I think that those were kind of my two biggest inspirations. We're going to have to go for cheese mode. Oh, come on.
Alex Brown wants to know if you 100% did it by yourself.
Oh, I did. Oh, Jesus. That was not pretty. I missed that jump. I missed that jump badly.
The only thing you did do was you bought a sound pack.
Yeah, there's been a couple sound effect packs that I've bought that have helped me make the sound effects. And there were a couple sprite packs that I bought early that helped me with some kind of the sequencing of animation and some of the inventory item icons, but largely I've modified them so heavily that they're unrecognizable, and a lot of them I've drawn myself now at this point. I've become adept enough that I can make my own things now.
Timed out that link. Thank you, Pawana.
Okay, so this was a prime example of why we want this backup wand up here. Okay, we're gonna put on some pants. Oh no! The surface has been invaded.
Oh, look at that.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're so boned.
Oh, I am so boned. Oh man, the worst timing.
Is there a wand that pierces enemies? That's a good question.
Yeah, yep, there is.
How long do your inventory items last on the ground?
Forever. If you've dropped it, it'll last forever. For items that are just dropped by monsters, I think it's like 5 or 10 minutes, something like that. So they won't last forever, but your original, anything that you've equipped or held and drop on the ground, oh my god. He roasted me. He roasted me. Oh, I have no gear. I have no wand. This is grim. This is getting really, really grim.
Oh, David needs to
This is going to be really. This is not looking like a win. This is not a good scenario.
If there are going to be throwable items like grenades.
Oh, a critical hit of 108. Right to the head.
Maybe now
to the head.
Maybe now there will be throwable weapons.
I'm just gonna hang out. They're just marching back and forth on the surface. Oh, things are grim here, people. This is not looking good for the heroes.
There. You can't even
the banker isn't there because all the monsters, if they invade the surface, they the NPCs go away because they're afraid of what's going on. So I'm in a situation now that I can't access the banker. And I can, so I hopefully the cow will protect me as I go and I try and round up a few things here. Okay, I've got my. Oh, okay. Well, that's something. Okay, so we've got a weapon. We've got a piece of armor.
Don't kill the cow. Oh wait, so what about throwable weapons, grenades and stuff?
There's no plan for that.
No plan for that.
Come on down. Come on down. Let me kite you down here.
Is the world randomly generated?
Yes, everything is randomly generated. The dungeon's randomly generated. The world is randomly generated. Everything about it is random. The monsters are random. What monsters appear. The unique monsters are all randomly generated. The items are randomly generated. Unique monsters have random affixes and stuff. So there's tons and tons of randomness. I haven't gotten to the point where what monsters appear in each section is random yet, but that is going to be the plan as well. So you won't get the same set of monsters every time you play. Right now, that's not the case, but that will be the case in the future. Once I have more monsters drawn.
Can you make a sword?
You cannot make a sword. Okay. They gotta be back the other way now.
Horsehead hat. Oh, end boss. What is the point of the game?
Well, you'll have to find out.
Oh my god. One of the things you were talking about is that you were hoping to make a game that was a little less open-ended.
Right, absolutely. Oh, God, it's the boss.
boss.
Here we go. Here we go. Come on, bring it on.
Oh, look at that. Nice wand is totally...
Chewing right through him.
Oh, yeah.
Chewing right through him.
Poison for the win.
Poison for the win. Let's get a scroll of blessing going as well
The
here.
ground there has teeth. Yeah, that ground will...
Yeah, that is corrupted ground there. That is not... Oh, and jumped over the bullet. Nicely done.
Can you craft a bow?
You cannot right now.
Can you collect some stones and craft a crude lathe? Alright. Is that the butcher?
Oh,
Great. No
Okay.
drops. No.
there we go. Okay, we've eliminated the invading force. Thank goodness. Whew, that was touch and go, people. Touch and go. Was there any items? No, there were no items that dropped on the ground. I'm down to 6% stamina as well.
That's great.
Okay.
We're gonna start
Oh,
crawling
I got some coffee.
No,
Coffee did me right there.
don't forget your teleport.
I could recall,
But then you're gonna.
but then
your
I lose
spot.
my recall in the dungeon, which I don't want to do.
Oh, because your loot's all down there.
Because my loot is all down there. It is important for me to just, to walk back to my stone, to go back to the place where my loot is.
Katavari says, "Can you stay a while and listen?" Also, what about bow? Can you make a bow?
No, I said no already.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
No bows.
Still no.
No bow. David, can you make a bow?
No.
What about a bow?
Okay, a bow.
What about a crossbow?
No, absolutely never.
What will the end game be like? Item finding, etc. Yeah, so people want to know end game. Is there going to be like
Yeah, boss
stuff-
runs and trying to craft specific things and find rare runes and like makes, complete weird sets and stuff like that.
Don't forget about the...
And try and actually kill the end boss. The end monsters are much higher level than you, and so it's going to be brutally hard.
Don't forget the rating.
And, yeah.
You need to talk about that.
Talk about what?
The rating.
Oh, yeah, one of the things that I thought you said rating, R-A-I-D-I-N-G, and I'm like, no, we're not going to have rating in the game. I thought you were joking.
Rate.
Yes, but there is going to be an overall score that you get when you defeat the end boss. And so, there will be, you'll keep track of your score based on time and deaths and equipment and all sorts of stuff that will kind of factor into what to what your overall score is. I don't think I had boots, so I'm going to try and craft some boots
Oh my god,
here.
now they're just asking lots of questions of what they can make.
Of course they are. The trolling's begun.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Blake's wants to know if we can make a violin, which is kind of...
World's smallest.
Yes.
Okay.
Someone wants a mode where you lose experience when you die.
Of course they do.
There is a hardcore mode, which pretty much you lose everything. It's kind of like losing experience.
Okay, we're gonna start eliminating some of these guys down here. All right, that's what I'm talking about right there.
Ingvar says,
Okay,
I hope
jump
bosses-
across. Come on.
Watch out for your recoil. I hope bosses drop rare building materials too, not just gear.
Oh,
look at you
yeah,
go.
look at that. Look at that. Look at those, some expert techniques there. Oh, you are going down, mister. Oh, I almost jumped over the... Oh, God. Oh, God. There were like 3 of them there. Woo!
Oh, and you got an ancient item.
No, that is mine.
Oh, never mind.
That is mine.
That's all your stuff.
I've picked it up. This is my stuff. This is my stuff. My stuff. My stuff. Oh, I've got my stuff back. Feels good, man. Feels good.
I just want you guys all to know, I hope you are at home laughing at David because when we were watching you guys rip, it was all giggles and tears over here.
It is. Scroll of regeneration. I could use that right now. That is for sure.
Remember when Luana fell down and then went back up and fell down to the same spot?
Yes.
I mean...
I love the look that he gave.
Yeah, just crushed.
Okay, here's my rare reflective wand, which we're in love with. Here's a rare projectile wand. Oh! Oh, this is really good.
It's love.
This is really good. This is the gain 2 hit points per second affix on the glowing branch here instead of the death wand. I've gone glowing branch instead of the death wand. It's gonna help me heal. I've got a mushroom, which I haven't identified, some coffee, getting my stairs back. Okay.
Oh, Fluffler, I was also telling David about how you were destroying your house with the arc wand. I hope you get the arc wand so you can see how awesome it is. It's awesome. He was super excited about it, but then
I've learned to make some common runes.
He was like, "Ooh, I'm excited," and blew up his entire base like 3 or 4 times. He'd rebuild it and then like, "Ooh, I'm so excited," and blow it up again.
So mushrooms can do all sorts of things. Some of them are really positive and some are negative, and you don't know what they are. So the way that the mushrooms work is that every time you start a new game, every time you start a new character, the mushrooms are randomly given a color. So what is a purple mushroom one game will be a potion of, a mushroom of full healing. But the next time that may be a mushroom of great sickness and you are poisoned for a long time. So you have to kind of identify all of the mushrooms to determine what they are, and it's different every single time you play. So mushrooms, kind of a fun little, I've got to identify this, but I could risk it and actually just eat one if I wanted to and see what happens. And that's another way. Once you've consumed a mushroom, then you will it'll be identified forever, that particular type for that game.
Yeah, Bibi was just saying that she left Commander Vile alone. I was telling you, remember, how she was like, it was hilarious to watch her. Mm-hmm. She was level 3, and almost her entire world is corrupted because she left Commander Vile alone for so long.
Right, the corruption spreads as you are not killing Commander Vile.
Exactly, and so she was just like, I
should probably put a limit on that, but anyway.
No,
that's
don't.
for another day.
I mean, I think once people have a better idea of where Commander Vile is, but yeah, it's just funny. Oh, there's a purple mushroom.
There's another one.
Here's a good question, which we've talked about, but I don't think there's a real good solution, is compare buttons.
Yeah, we've talked about this a few times, and I haven't quite figured it out. One of the problems is this. What am I comparing it to? Like, if I'm comparing this wand, am I comparing it to if I have a wand selected, great. But what if I've got 3 wands in my hotbar and I have the pickaxe right now? What does it compare it to? Which one of the 3 wands in my hotbar is it comparing it to? So that's a bit confusing. You could not compare it to anything unless a wand is there. But it becomes even more tricky with crystals. When I'm looking at a crystal, which of the 4 or 5 crystals on my character am I comparing it to? It's not like I'm comparing pants to pants, because the crystals can go into any particular thing. So I haven't quite figured out how to do it yet.
I've always felt the transition of Minecraft-style games to 2D with games like Terraria was really awkward to control. How did you go about making it really simple to build in 2D?
Wow, that's tough. I think it was just a lot of experimentation and iteration. Was really what it comes down to.
BB says because in Starbound you could totally ignore that whole first angry ass penguin forever.
That's true. That's true. You could.
You totally could. Not in this game, BB.
Okay, so I'm gonna upgrade. I think I have enough money now. I have $1,200, so 1,200 gold. So I'm going to upgrade this now. My shield will now absorb 250 points of damage instead of the 100. So that I've kind of upgraded my magic shield now. It's rank 1. I can get it up to rank 3. Each rank it goes up more. Like it costs 5,000 gold and 2 orbs to rank it the next time.
Do you have a god deity system?
No.
There's lots of suggestions about what to do for comparing.
Great. If somebody wants to give me really good feedback on it, it'd be great. If somebody can figure it out, that would be awesome. Because I'd love to put it in. It's easy. The programming's easy, so I just can't figure out what to compare it to. Oh, crap. It just dropped way down.
There's no multiplayer right now.
All right, let's drop a platform down there.
If you reset the dungeon, but you build buildings there, do the buildings get reset?
So the dungeon only resets from this kind of muddy area down. The very top layer of like dirt and ore and things like that, the top, let's say the top area, I don't know, the first few hundred blocks, that stays the same. That is static. That won't get overwritten. It will respawn monsters in there at a higher level and things like that, but the actual layout will not. That way you can build things underground. You won't have to worry about destroying your buildings or screwing up your base or whatever. I give you several hundred spaces of room to kind of like to make your base and have fun without kind of ruining the aesthetic there.
BB says I built a tree farm under my sky castle, and I bet you know where all that wood ended up.
Yeah, on the top.
At the top.
At the top.
Might be a bug. Did you create the game engine for the game, or are you using Unity?
I created the game engine for the game.
Is this game going to come out for mobile?
No chance. I mean,
No chance?
No chance initially. Honestly, this is a really small game. The footprint is incredibly small.
David is making it by himself.
Right.
Everybody, by the way, when they start downloading the game, they're like, "It's done already?"
Yeah, exactly. Wait, it's done? That was like a minute. It's very, very small. The game is, I think the whole game right now is around 25 megabytes or something like that.
Yeah, and when you put sound in, it doubled.
Yeah, no, it quintupled.
Oh, seriously?
When I put sound in.
Doubled.
Yeah, no, it went from 5 megabytes to 25 megabytes or something like that.
So there's some backup questions here. Are there going to be mimics?
I don't know. Maybe. That's a fun idea.
I like mimics.
Okay, I need 30 copper to make my chest piece here.
What about shrines?
There are shrines in the game.
Anything you want to say about them? Are they permanent? Are they...
Shrines are similar to the way that they are in Diablo, that they give you a buff, for 15 minutes is how long the buff lasts for the shrines. There are some shrines that are quote-unquote duds. They don't do anything, but largely the shrines will give you a buff. And it can be experience buff or magic find or, stamina or, reduce, no hunger or, there's a bunch of different ones.
Are they going to be Steam achievements?
I hope so. We'll see how it goes. I would like to do that. There are a few things I'd like to integrate with Steam, including Steam achievements, maybe some cloud saves and stuff like that I haven't really read a lot of the documentation on how to do yet.
Is there going to be a book of Identify or maybe an NPC who identifies for you?
Nope, not right now. The Identify scroll is really easy to make, and it's not that expensive. You'll end up getting plenty of materials to make the Identify scrolls with, and not every item needs to be identified. Some items are already identified. It's, just some need it. And none need it early in the game, only later in the game, as you get down further, then they become more likely to be needing Identify.
Gassy Taco asks a question that's also been sort of asked. Can you just dungeon dwell, or do you have to do other things?
In what way? What do you mean, just dungeon dwell?
As in just hanging out in the dungeon, but you can't, because you still have to farm.
You still have to farm. You have to feed yourself, unless you're playing creative mode. There is no, look at that. That's some good timing there. Uh-oh. He's gonna bust that down, though. Yep. Oh, here comes the horde! Here comes the horde!
Oh, it's like a mini horde. It's not even. Jesus. Yes, please, mimics. Please make both for Mac as well.
Woo!
I see that Mac is easy
right.
for me. Mimics are good. It is not going to be Mac supported right now. David is making this game by himself. He cannot really. He doesn't have the manpower to make it
Die!
as well.
Die, slime!
Oh yeah, lots of people have been asking about Switch.
I'd love to do Switch, but that'd probably be my number one preference for an alternate platform if I were going to do one, but there's no plans or anything right now, so we'll see.
Steam trading cards.
I doubt it. I don't even know what those are. I mean, some people made them and put them in some games, but I don't. Are they super popular? Is it something I should support? Does the community really want it? Because if the community really wants it, I'm sure I can make some. But I'm just not sure how to do it. But I'm sure I can look into it. It's never something that I've been into, so I don't really know that much about it.
Oh my god! Because I don't know.
Oh, what was that one? Something dropped. Something good dropped.
Why are my alerts going off on your stream? I don't understand.
I don't either.
Why are my alerts going off on your stream?
Blight Collector the Destroyer. This is not good. Oh, with a high crit, and he's a triple shotter. Oh, this is not gonna be pretty. All right. Oh, see here, I got this new. I've got another ancient item. Let's go to the surface here because this is grim. This is looking grim here, folks.
How is character progression achieved?
So this item is a new ancient item, which I'm going to level up right away. Go to rank 1. It adds a % of your resistances to your weapon damage of that element type. So if I've got this poison wand and I find a gem that gives me poison resistance, then a percentage of my poison resistance gets added to my damage. And all I do for these kind of items is you just turn them on, and they take up an inventory space on your hotbar. You can only put them on your hotbar. You can't have them in your inventory. They can only be run from here, from your main hotbar. I'm calling them hotbars, but I don't really even know what the name is. So they kind of take up spaces. So the more of these you have, the more buffs you have, the less space you have on this bar, and it becomes more and more difficult to choose which skills are going to go on here. And so that's some of the build is what are you going to put on your bar that's going to allow you to really thrive. Okay. Oh, I think I have 30. This is just in time.
Gundam Quake, so this Terraria meets Diablo.
Yes, sort of. Okay, I've got 15 bars. And that gives me enough to make my chest piece. That was the last copper piece I needed. What's weird is I usually have way more gems than I have space. I've made my copper armor way before I've gotten gems. Usually it's the other way around. I've got so many gems, but I only have one piece of armor or something to put them in, and I don't know which one to choose. One of the nice things about gems that I've done in this version, in this game, we're gonna put that one in the old bank as backups. These are some backup wands. I forgot what I was saying. I'm sorry. Anyway, there we go. I've just been rambling the whole time, so I'm kind of distracted, and I'm totally exhausted because I've been grinding and working hard to try and get this thing ready. So, all right, let's sell that. We don't need that. Okay, I think that we're set. We can go back. Let's try and kill this boss. This unique. Let's get some platforms going.
So the Steam cards is half the people say yes, half the people say no, but somebody said that people will buy it just for the Steam cards, so why not?
That's all right. Done deal then. Okay, this is gonna be difficult here.
Can you craft an elevator? Ooh, that's a good question. Oh, I still have more questions. I don't know what I'm asking them.
You can't.
Are they 3D
Oh my god.
blocks,
Oh
David?
my god. Yes, there are 3D blocks here. Oh god.
Oh, so close.
I almost had him, but he's coming down. He's going, yes! Yes! Post-death kill.
Did you still get the experience?
No, I shouldn't have. We can review the video, but I shouldn't have gotten experience. I put it in if you were dead and it comes in to give you experience, you don't get it. So it should have worked. I don't know if it did. It was kind of an eye for an eye there. It was nice that I ended up doing him in, though. I feel good.
Okay, so this is some...
Feel good.
These people have been asking this quite a few times. What stops you from just going down?
Nothing.
What... Is there a negative point to just going down?
I mean, you're going to die a lot, but nothing's going to prevent you from doing it.
Well...
You can just go. You can just go.
If
you can
you
dive.
don't do some of the quests...
Dive.
If you don't do some of the quests, you won't unlock some of the buildings kind of thing.
Yeah, if you don't do the quests, you won't you won't get the Oh, I got a Ring of Defense recipe, which I already had. Yeah, if you don't do everything, then you won't get the stuff you need. I don't know. You know, if you don't do all the quests, then you don't get the ability to get all of the items that you need.
Yes. See, Buana, David's dying just as much as you.
That's because the game's so easy.
The game's so easy. I also asked Flufflo if the game was hard enough, and he said no. No, for the record, he said no.
Next time. I'll make it harder next time.
Will there be things like chests?
There are chests.
I mean that you can put extra storage
Oh, like a locker, you know, you're crafting different things. I don't know. I don't think so.
David is
I guess I could.
He's notorious for not giving you a lot of storage.
Yeah, but you know, modern gamers like to hoard a bunch of things, so...
Oh my god! Oh my god! So you saw that Flufflo totally rolled his eyes? That there was buyback?
Oh, yeah.
It was beautiful. He was like buying, then he said, oh, there's buyback, and totally rolled his eyes. It was magical. And then, oh yeah, see, Flufflo says harder, please. And then Ping Pong wrote in Discord, so I sold my thing accidentally, and then I sold more stuff, and then I couldn't buy back my thing
that you needed because
I
I'd sold too much.
So we get two spectrums here.
Yeah.
More buyback.
Buyback wasn't enough.
Right. More buyback.
More buyback and no buyback.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm just getting brutalized here. I gotta put my shield up.
You don't have your shield up? What are you doing?
I don't know what I was doing. I wasn't thinking.
That's the only way the wizard survives.
I know. Well, for now. Pretty soon here, things are gonna turn for the wizard. The tables will turn, my friends. The tables will turn.
Mudgut says, please don't give us storage. I'll hoard literally everything. Oh, Mudguts.
Decisions must be made.
David knows because I am probably the biggest hoarder of all time.
Oh god, I fell down. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, you leveled up.
Oh.
You looked at your...
I tried to hit a key. I thought that I healed myself. I did, but it was just mistimed.
It wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough.
Wasn't enough.
Wasn't enough. God, I'm getting lucky, by the way, with hardly any item drops, including my wand didn't drop again, which is just so fortunate. Little streamer luck going.
What's max server load?
Max server load. 1.
Good night,
I'm gonna
Sid.
need some more food here in a second.
Thanks for hanging out.
Cracked it.
Do you have
Cracked
rope ladder, grappling hooks?
I do not. I want to put those in though. That's been a suggestion. I think that's a really great idea. Oh! I think I just got something fun. Oh God. Whew. Okay, there are a few mobs down here, but they've kind of littered the ground with good stuff, including, look at that. Yes, the Pure Guard, an ancient item. I got another ancient item.
Oh, BB says if she's surviving as much as she is, that means
an armor multiplier. So we are going to beef this up. All right. We're going to get that going. An armor multiplier. And then this is resistance of lightning. Unfortunately, I'm using a poison one, so that's not really going to help me that much as the wizard. Let's get those over there.
Finally found the second boss. Congratulations, Apple Crisp.
Scroll of Sustain, we'll read that right away. We'll get a Scroll of Blessing going. Just because we can. Oh, here's a rare wand. I have an Identify. Here's an Identify scroll. Rare wand, a new rare wand. Oh, this is an Arcing wand. The Arcing wand, this is a beam.
Can you craft a ballista?
This is... So, Arcing wands destroy the world. And they kind of like bounce around and explode the blocks. So they're
magic.
They're magic diggers, basically.
Point at your feet.
Yeah, so if you point it at the feet, you can just kind of dig down. So this is
so magic.
Yeah, this is a fun item to get, that's for sure.
Somebody wants to know if there's going to be a harder mode.
Then hardcore?
than normal.
Yeah, there's hardcore mode, which is harder than normal. Anyway, that's the hardest, though.
Wiley says modern gamers like to hoard items. I'm the same age as you, David, and I want my storage.
I should say modern gamers expect
David level
storage.
Yes. Make a storage DLC.
Storage. It's all gonna be loot boxes that you have to.
Are there gonna be any liquid blocks? That's a good question.
I would like to put liquid in. That is one of the things I really want in the game, but I haven't had the time to add it, and it has not been vital to the gameplay yet, and so I haven't yet. Okay, let's get a little blockage going.
Will there be
here.
traps in the game? Traps.
I don't know. I mean, there aren't really many plans for traps right now. Traps would be fun. I just can't figure out how to do it yet.
Chakra says the really good drop should have a glow.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
The John from TS, the beta is currently closed. Okay, I want that. Oh, Bawana, the arcing weapon is so nice. What? BB, you can be good at something. Maybe it's just because you're really good. Is there any indication on the UI as to how much shield you have from the ancient item or otherwise?
No. It's a good idea. That's some good feedback, though.
I'm writing this down.
I can add a little thing up there for the shield bar. Like, a shield thing. Or I could put a little bar above your head for your shield power.
For the people who said digging was bad. Yes.
If you clear out all the monsters in a room, which is just what happened here, you get a treasure chest. So if you clear out the entire room, then you get a little bonus. Oh, don't fall down! Scroll of light.
Is there prestige mode?
No, not now.
No.
Not yet.
Who is the woman talking? David?
The woman talking is my wife, Jungle Queen, who is... We usually stream on her channel. We stream quite often. She's here helping me out tonight.
I'm reading chat so he can focus on the game. We're not related. No. Storage tab costs $15. That's PoE, people. Pretty sure spouse. Yes, spouse. What? No liquids, so no underground rivers, lakes, fishing? No fishing?
I know. That is the number one reason I want to put it. That I want to put in water. I want to put in water because I want to put in lava, and I want to put in poison pools and a few things like that. So, most likely I'm going to get to water, but it is not a feature that is a must-have to complete the game, unfortunately. Ooh, ring of high jump.
Kitty says I would love turrets
Oh,
to defend
I could
my
use
base.
that ring of...
I would love landmines and explosive traps.
That'd be fun. Those are good ideas. God, it's just a parade. A parade of ooze.
Loot doesn't despawn if dropped by you, so dump it all in a room, hoard everything.
Just go naked.
For now. Yeah, arcing is great until you get excited and blow up your base.
Yeah.
There's flow. There's nothing quite like planting all your vegetables and then blowing it all
it's
up.
kind of a kiss curse. It's really fun to use the arcing wand, but you start blowing up everything, and things get really chaotic really quick. You're falling into deep holes. You're all over the place. It can get really wild very quickly.
You know what's really fun? When you're in God mode and you have an arcing weapon.
That's true.
That's the best. Then you don't care if you fall into a pit of monsters. Thank you, Big Hijinks. Does your girlfriend know about your wife? Yes?
Of course.
We're best friends. Jesus. I thought Mr. Greybeard was a ventriloquist. Yes. You guys are great for the
Very
game.
talented.
Thank you. What stage of development is this game in?
Well, I'm calling this a beta, so I'd say it's in the 3/4-ish range done, somewhere in there.
Oh my god, Chrono Gene, who's been asking about me, says, OG's actively reading chat. That is embarrassing for me. Yes, it is, Chrono Gene. I've been reading. It's not
Reading
bad.
it all.
I'm reading it all. I'm not
All of the
Co-op.
foul language.
Everything. Any plans for co-op? This is like the #1 multiplayer co-op, Steam achievements.
All the
It's
wants.
single player right now.
It is single player right
What
now.
about pets?
Yep. Pets. How are we doing on levels here? Oh, I am so close. I am so close.
There are no pets in the game right now, but David wants to put pets in. Can you change key bindings? No, not right now, but that is definitely...
yeah, will absolutely be part of the final game.
Smoke and poison mist / burning floor.
That'd be fun. Steady feet, ring of steady feet.
I'm writing these suggestions down, by the way, just so you all know. Writing questions and suggestions down so I can keep ahead. What platforms is this being released on?
PC only right now. On Steam.
Any switches / puzzle traps where you have to flip the switch to open the area?
Uh-oh! Surface is invaded again. Alright, time to go back. Here we go. It's on. Let's go. Let's go. Punks. I got your numbers.
Hi, Monos. Everything will persist. If you drop it right now, it's going to persist. Oh, what are the classes, David?
Wizard, Bard, Cleric, and Wizard, Bard, Cleric, and Rogue are in right now.
Jesus,
I'm playing Wizard tonight. They just fell into a hole. There's
yeah,
down
pretty
it.
much everybody was playing Bard, so I made you not play Bard. You said supporters of other Steam, like, as in money or just active?
Whew.
It's gonna be on Steam. I'm not sure what Jungle, I won't read this because we all know she's a phony. Oh my god. I can't believe I read that out loud. Hobo. Have you made this all on your own? It's
I have.
So impressive.
I have. I've done this all on my own in about just a little over a year.
Have you ever had any fights over game system?
Oh, bring it, bring it.
No.
Poisoned chief. Oh, this is they are just lining up for murder.
Yeah, a big hill is really helpful, guys. They go up hills.
High
very
ground.
slowly.
Oh, bye Berry Bush. Bye Berry Bush. You're gone forever.
Oh, you murdered your berries?
I murdered a Berry Bush. Yes.
You and Bawana, you're berry murderers.
Yeah, it was not pretty. Not pretty at all.
Right.
Okay, invasion over. That was good. That was easily taken care of.
Can you explain how the classes work?
Sure, I'll explain it again. It is basically when... Oh, shit. Okay, I'm glad that came to the surface because I'm all out of food. I could starve without you. I gotta do some farming or we're going to be in trouble. So the classes work like this right now. They are, and this may change, this is the way that they're working right now, is that you are guaranteed a specific series of these ancient items. And these ancient items are just basically skills. They do different things. They give you different powers and buffs and stuff. They allow you to do different abilities. And so as a class, you get that particular series of ancient items. You'll get 5 different ancient items as you level up through the game. And but the ancient items are discoverable by anybody, so you can be fighting and you can get different classes ancient items. So you can kind of make these hybrid builds between the things you know you're going to guarantee you're going to get and the different things that other people have that maybe could really help your build or make your class even stronger, even though they were maybe intended for a different class. So that's how they're working right now. Again, not sure if that's the way it's going to stay. That's just the way that it is right now, but I'm pretty satisfied with the way it is. It creates for a lot of variety. It's fun to find these different items, and it's okay that the items are kind of broken. That there's, because it's a single player game, right? I don't need to, I can do fun kind of broken things because, it's just you. So it's very different than like a multiplayer game where you have to have this kind of universal balance and you have to worry about, well, that isn't, that could break the game kind of thing. It's not that big of a deal in a single run to have kind of a broken build. Okay, there's a lot of wands here that I could just sell. Look at that's the
Is there gonna be friendly fire, honey?
No, because
Okay.
there's no multiplayer.
Is there gonna be a no hat option?
Yes, there is. In fact, I'll put it on right now. I had it on earlier, and there we go. No helm.
What about above your head health bar or monobar?
Yeah, I could do that.
What?
Okay, we like that.
Oh, sorry. Curses. Are there curses in the game?
The curse system, which there is a curse system, is not completed yet, so I hesitate to talk about it.
Okay.
But it will be part of the game. It isn't going to be... There are going to be things that you can get cursed by. And there are different types of curses. I've got it all kind of designed out, but it's not active yet.
Are there cows in all of your games?
There are cows in all my games.
Can you just dig holes on the surface as traps for the surface invasion?
You can. That can help. That is a strategy. However, soon, the invading forces are going to be better at AI than they are now. And they are going to be able to do diggy type things and stuff that may make that a moot point.
Is there going to be gear gambling?
Yeah, I've thought about putting in a gear vendor that does, gambling or whatever. Gear gambling.
Is there friendly fire for mobs? So that's an interesting
No.
question. Will there be a cow level?
Yeah, of course.
Are there going to be Easter eggs?
Of course.
Well, making a non-hackable multiplayer takes time. It does.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
does.
Takes a lot of time. All right,
What about
that's not bad.
a visual indicator for your return point from the Hearthstone?
On the map?
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe on the map.
Yeah, makes sense.
Um.
Oh,
Money!
you know what? You know what we've just done here? We have just leveled to 15, and that is the omnibus of translocation. My single favorite item in the game.
This is why.
This is the reason that you choose Wizard, because it's teleport. Yeah, yes, you can just teleport around. Oh my god, it's so good. It is so much fun.
I mean, somebody said.
Here we go. Bam. Yeah.
Is so.
Yeah.
So broken, people.
So much fun.
Somebody said being able to put torches through walls is kind of overpowered. I don't think they'd seen this skill.
Yeah. You haven't seen overpowered till you've seen this skill. Boom. Here we go. Surprise, everybody. I'm in here.
Oh, we can't swear on this channel, can we? Oh! Phoebe says that omnibus got me in so much trouble. Hacks! Yes. Will this come out for Xbox One?
I don't know. It depends on a lot of factors. It would be fun for something like that to happen, but we will see.
Is this hardcore? Says Ron Ball.
This is not hardcore mode, but if it would have been hardcore, we would have been restarting a few times.
Yes, he already died.
I've died several times here.
Will mining picks be upgradable?
Yes, they are. In fact, there are going to be different types in the future as well. Right now, there's going to be more. There's going to be combo kind of things and stuff. There's going to be different types.
What about a necromancer class?
There is going to be a necromancer class.
Like Diablo 2 Necromancer?
No, it won't be exactly like Diablo 2 Necromancer, mainly because this game is a little different with all the ranged attacks. Like having a melee skeleton that's kind of a pack of skeletons doesn't make as much sense in this game, especially because it's so vertical. But that doesn't mean that you can't be a necromancer and control like floating skulls that shoot stuff. You know, there's gonna be stuff that will make the necromancer super awesome.
Is there a shapeshifter class? Oh, that's
yeah, that is the intention behind the druid class is gonna have some shape shifting.
Also, BT wants to know if you're going to keep the expiring stuff.
Oh shoot, buckets. I think that I planted, right? I did plant? Oh,
David,
thank goodness.
Expiring stuff? That's the plan. You're keeping the food expiring.
The food expiring? Yes, that's the plan.
That's the keeper.
That is a keeper right now.
Sorry, BT. Are you gonna put dance?
It's not that big of a deal, really. The food isn't that big of a deal if you just pay attention to it every 30 minutes or something like that. It's really pretty easy to
also,
once you get in the groove, it's pretty easy to maintain.
Once
and there's gonna
figure out that berry bushes are life, everything is gonna be great.
Berry bushes are really helpful. That is one way you can go. That's one way that is highly recommended by somebody in this room. There's a rare beam wand.
Yes, Don Fargo. Scaly mages confirmed.
I'm getting all sorts of rare stuff. It's pretty amazing. It's been a good...
RN Jesus? What? RN Jesus likes you?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I don't need any more of those right now.
Are you gonna have dance emotes in the game?
No. No. I mean, that'd be really fun. I'd love to have something like that, but the amount of animation that it takes is just incredible. So all the animations are one of the weak points of this entire process because I'm not a very good animator.
Oh, BB says
I
have
wanted
so much
food. That's what I
effing compost in my inventory. Is something going to be done with compost, David?
Yes, compost will help you grow things in the future. The recipe is not in currently.
Oh my god. Great White Donkey. Can the Necromancer create summons that will plant crops for them? What a good idea.
Yeah, that's fun. Actually, I was thinking the druid was going to have a big, advantage for growing crops.
Undead townfolk. How long is the day-night cycle?
I'm not sure. I set it to some number that I don't remember what it was.
Too long ago.
Yeah, I said it so long ago, I don't remember what I set it to.
Is there a bard class?
There is.
Can you disguise yourself as a monster?
No. But there is a class. Oh, this is not looking good here.
Oh. See? For the win.
Okay, we're gonna get a health going here. We need food, apparently.
BB, aren't those great? I love the reflective ones. Is there gonna be weather in the game?
Yeah, I hope to put it in. I was trying to get a wind effect into the game before the beta. Jesus, another purple one. It's been all purples. I'm filthy with the purples.
You even dropped the numbers for these, right?
Yeah.
Herodric cube-like item?
Can neither confirm or deny that. That's for sure.
Oh my god. Are you gonna fix the Telborg glitch in the beta?
The one which
where people can get below the...
Yes.
Yes. Tomorrow?
Tomorrow. It'll be fixed tomorrow morning. It's already fixed.
It's already fixed. It's going to go live tomorrow morning. So if you want to go see below the beta area, go do it now because, yeah, it's going to be gone. How are you handling balancing, David?
Not very well, maybe. A lot of the things scale. They're kind of number scaling stuff, and I have different charts and graphs that do the scaling. And I can just change. A lot of my data is in Excel, and so I can just change the Excel spreadsheets to do different forms of balance.
Stealth.
There is stealth in the game. One of the classes is rogue, and you can stealth, and you're invisible to the monsters when you're stealth. And when you start attacking, you become visible, and then you get all sorts of bonuses as the rogue to attacking and critical damage and stuff like that when you become unstealthed. And then that just builds and builds. Oh, there we go. There's There's something that we were looking for. That was something we were looking for. We were looking for something in a purple crystal. We had really gotten unlucky with the crystals. We had all green. I hadn't even seen blue crystals yet. All right, so what do we got here? Armor scaled on level, increased magic find by a lot amount. So, yeah, why not? We'll take it.
Mudgut says, what fixes? I'm not updating.
Oh my god. That was right in the face. Right in the face. All right, let's go up here.
Do abilities and weapons stack like in Binding of Isaac?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't play Binding of Isaac, so I don't actually know what that means, but yeah. Is there going to be mod support?
Not currently.
What program do you use to make the pixel art?
Game called Pixel Edit, Pyxel Edit, and I like it a lot. I am super happy with it. It's really great.
In which language are you coding the game?
Largely in C and C++. Most of it is C, straight C.
Any tanky melee classes?
Yes, but not really, not melee like you're thinking about. There are more tanky classes. The cleric class is all about defense and using defense to add to your offense and stuff like that. Okay. Things are... Oh, there's a ring pattern. High jump I already have.
If you can stealth, why not disguise? If you can stealth, why disguise at all? Oh, I think I just put my hand in the camera. Oops. What? Why not code in BCPL?
Reasons?
I don't even know what to say to that question. Because it's an indie game. Exactly. Will the game be sold on Humble Store?
I think eventually, yeah.
Hey, Gundam, he could go old school and do it in Turbo Pascal. I think...
Not enough inventory space.
Oh my god. This, by the way, makes me laugh every time this happens to David. Every time, because... I'm the one who runs out of inventory space. I'm the one who hoards everything and then runs out of inventory space.
That's the wrong way. All right, back the other way, through the dungeon. Here we
Wait,
go.
Are you not taking that recipe? You can sell that recipe. That's monies. That's cash money.
Somebody's out of space.
Go upstairs.
Somebody's out of space.
You have a big space.
I just wanna. All right.
I just wanna. Always run out of space. Yes. Why isn't it coded in Pascal? Okay, so David is old school, not Pascal old school. He is assembly
That was actually the first. I guess basic was the first kind of like non-assembly.
Old school.
Yeah, exactly. But Pascal was the first. I don't know what. I can't remember the word for it right now. But non-assembly language, kind of a, that I learned. I learned that before I learned C. Actually, my very first C program ever was Diablo.
Oh, it's a good question. Are ancient items the best, or are they legendary or something? That's a good question, because ancient items aren't really items. They're not gear. They're skills.
Right. Ancient items are skills. They're not gear. I mean, they're kind of gear, but they're mainly skills. Like, teleport.
Right. So there are unique items?
We're just gonna put these in there.
You don't need to carry them around with you, honey.
I know, that's why I'm putting them in there. We're gonna get rid of that. We don't need any more of that. We're still collecting these blocks. We're not collecting those blocks. Ooh, a sustain. We'll read that.
Once you get invaded, will the NPCs come back? Have you never survived an invasion, BT? BT did nothing but hardcore, right?
Yeah.
Poor BT. I don't know why you did that to yourself. That was amazing. Yes, they come back, BT, after you kill everybody.
Invasions can occur can occur nearly every day. I mean, you have to get incredibly unlucky, but it could happen in theory.
It could happen. And quite a few streamers that I saw were getting really unlucky with the invasions. It would be like they died and spawned, just like that happened to you.
Oh!
They would die and spawn, and then that's when the invasion happened. Oh, like lambs to the slaughter.
Yeah, exactly. It's shooting fish in a fishbowl or something.
The thing about it is that, I think this first level is a little deceptive. This whole first area is deceptively easy.
Yeah,
You know,
it gets hard quickly.
And then you get to the ice level and you're like, what?
Yeah.
What happened?
All the rules break. All the rules change.
BT, I had one left and I couldn't find them.
Okay.
So BT, what ends up happening is that if you have a bunch of holes on your surface, they can often fall down holes and get kind of lost. And then they still count as being part of your as part of the surface invasion, but you can't find them to kill them.
Oh, there's a chest here I left unopened.
Of course, the best did hardcore. Of course he did. The monsters got lost, yeah. So that happened to me with Commander.
All right, here we go, people.
Oh, it's the bat. It's the boss.
It's boss time. Here we go.
No. Wait, before you do that, you should teleport.
Teleport where?
Home.
What for?
So you save your spot. So in case you die, you can teleport directly here.
Right. I got you. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's good clue, good plan, good tactics.
What language did you use?
Like I was saying, mainly C and some C++.
What level do you expect people to be when they beat the game?
50.
How deep?
Sustain. Blessing.
How deep wide do your maps go?
Deep. All right, let's go. Let's go, boss. Oh man, this isn't even gonna be a fair fight. I'm just overpowered for this.
You are?
Yeah, I think so.
Silence.
Running.
Jump! There you go. That's not bad. I mean, it's not terrible that it's not, like, impossible.
Oh, he's going down. Oh. Right in the face.
Do you have your thingy up? Yeah, you
I do.
Okay.
I have my shield up.
You have your shield up. It's okay, Dread's Fire. Is there a clear release date?
No clear release date yet.
Yeah, that's right. Standard tactic, town portal before the boss. That's right. It's in HTML 2.0. Yeah, that's right. HTML 2.0.
Boom! There we go. All right, and a giant. Oh, look at that! Oh my God!
Hit alt.
Look at that! I got several ancient items.
What?
Yeah, that was incredible.
Oh my God! The
Incredible.
RNGesus on this run. The RNGesus.
I got these, the Whisper Slippers, which is every time you critically hit, you gain a 5-second stacking dodge buff.
That's ridiculous.
I got and I got the violin. Where'd the violin go? There we go. Violin grants resistances to all elements, which stacks so well with the wizard.
Oh my God! David just won the game. Jesus, total dev hacks.
Anyway, there we go. So that's kind of the first part of the game that shows you how you kind of get started. I ran over. I'm like 40 minutes over here on my stream. But I was having a good time, and I want to make sure that I got to the boss. So thank you, everybody, for joining tonight. Thanks for all your questions. I had a really good time, and I hope you did too. I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I think my time is, it's at, I don't remember what time, 3 o'clock, I think?
I don't know, you never gave me the time.
No, I did give you the times. And what's really weird is why is this picture all the same down here? This was different.
I don't know.
What has happened to my Steam page? It had the times on there.
Your Twitch page.
My Twitch page is wigging out. Anyway, so it had all the times there. I believe it's 3 o'clock. 3 to 5 is, I believe, what time that I'm streaming tomorrow.
Oh, see, I have it something else.
Yeah, so it's just broken on mine. There, okay, so it is 3 to 5 tomorrow.
3 to 5, yeah.
And then 10 to noon on Sunday, pre-Super Bowl. And then we will do it again on Monday. And so I'm going to try a few different classes. Maybe I'll show off some of the end game. Maybe we'll try and make a class weapon as well during the next few days. So anyway, have a good evening. Thank you everybody for joining and watching. I hope you had a good time, and talk to you soon.
I did a face